Whoa.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Boy.
What's happening?
Oh no.
Where am I?
No, shh, no, shh.
Hello.
Bad stream, bad.
Echo. Echo.
Hoy tails. Is your winky face? Yeah, your winky face is not in my chat, my restream chat. So that means you said it before I opened it.
I don't see Tails. Where is she?
Oh, are you
Say something.
Are you looking on the?
I'm on Twitch.
Yeah. The restream probably wasn't sending
Messages?
Yeah, I wasn't sending messages between the two of them because we hadn't started yet. Tails sent a winky kitty face on YouTube.
Oh.
Before the stream started.
I see how it is.
Because she was being cheeky about being there early. Oh yeah.
I was like, I don't see Tails. Why is Lyra saying a hi to Tails when I'm 0?
Oh right, I need to redo the texts for Twitter for the notification because it's too long.
Oh. Is it because of my name?
No.
Okay.
I don't think your name is even in the description.
Oh. Why is it too long?
Huh? What?
Why is the Twitter text too long?
Because I just copy-paste the same thing everywhere.
Oh, and then the Twitter, word count?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's a long one because I started off as a YouTube description, so it's pretty long.
Does it have the whole story summarized?
Somewhat. It's got kind of a last time we did this time let's do this in there.
Last time on Lyra of Stream Z. Let's see.
There it is.
Well, hopefully, I wonder if YouTube does this weird thing where it makes the screen blurry sometimes. If it's a stream thing or if it's a Twitch thing.
It's an excellent question.
Because it always does it for me at the most inopportune moments.
I say we blame Tails.
This time on Heroes 4, Tawni Balfour continues her quest to conquer the Gold Sea. But Captain Swift has gotten in her way. I imagine Captain Swift looks like that guy from Treasure Planet who has the multiple eyes. The one that had the treasure. What was his name?
Pirate face.
Shoot, I don't even.
Face of the pirates.
It's the one that isn't actually in the movie, but stashed all the gold that everyone's trying to find in Treasure Planet.
One Piece.
Yeah, Gold Roger, King of the Pirates. Wealth. What was it? Wealth.
I'm glad.
Shoot.
I'm glad you picked that up for me because I actually did not remember his name.
It's something and then glory, I think. Fame, maybe? Wealth, fame, glory. Gold Roger, the king of the pirates, obtained this and everything else the world had to offer. And his dying words drove countless souls to the sea. You want my treasure? You can have it. I left everything I gathered together in one place. All you have to do is find it.
I thought you said One Piece because it was like, title drop.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they call it the One Piece. Except, I think he just says one place.
I'm pretty sure he says One Piece.
In what?
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he says I left everything I have in one piece.
Oh, okay. Man, if I had my books nearby, I could pull it off the shelf and like check. But I don't.
What am I doing?
Closing all your programs so the game doesn't.
No, that can't be it. Jokes aside, opening the game.
Opening the game? Who does that?
Not me, that's for sure. I was gonna say, actually, not. Ignore that sound. Closing the programs because I already did. I was smart for once. Okay. Does anyone hear something funny?
3DO.
Sounds like a 3D no to me.
It's not me.
Not I.
Happy's here, says hello.
It's me.
Mario. Tails says, Lyra, what am I doing? Me being gay, I would assume.
You raise a fair point.
Tails says, imagining opening a game and not just being stuck deciding what game to play until there's no time left to play games. I think Tails is calling you out, Lyra.
How dare you call me out like this? See, this is why I stream. I'm forced to play specific games on specific days.
At a specific time.
At a specific time, exactly.
We're all just collateral.
You all just get to watch me. Tails says, I meant to call myself out. But yeah, we went over this before. It's both of us.
Yeah, Tails, you gotta be careful with that self-deprecation. It always backfires when you aim it at Lyra.
And there was this time in the 100 Days server. Where someone said something. What's going on with this?
People say something?
So they say.
You don't say.
I'm actually looking it up. Oh, I haven't heard that. I'm actually looking it up because I don't remember what it was.
I just remember Tails going like you're like, hey, can you like give me some stream title advice, ideas? And Tails is like, here's some. Sorry if they're not good. And you're like, they're better than anything I do.
I specifically was like, I asked her, and she was like, oh, I don't really know anything about Metroid, so I assumed that was her way of saying, I don't really got anything good. Because that's what Jack always does. She always like, I don't really know that well. And that's the way of being like, I don't really have any way to help.
Know the game.
Yeah, but that's his way. When he says I don't really know the game, that's his way of being like, I can't really help. So when Tails said that, I thought it was the same. So I just came up with my own name. And then when I came back, she actually had tried. And I was like, oh no, not only did you actually try, and I ignored it, but all of your ideas are better than mine.
Oops.
How long have we been streaming? 3 weeks? 4?
9?
9 weeks.
The clock says 9 for me.
It says 9:41 for me.
Yes. I always round to whatever is easiest to say. It says 9. I didn't look at any other numbers.
That's less rounding and more only looking at the minute section. Because at 9 minutes and 40 seconds. Rounding would be to say 10.
That would require me to process how many minutes how many seconds are in a minute. It's funny with the hour, if it's like a clock with a face, I will round it strangely. Like if it's on the hour, between on the hour and 20, I will say it's like I would consider it as like the hour, and then like once it hits 30, I'm like, oh no, like it's almost the next hour.
Beautiful. See, however, that is actually rounding.
But it only works if I'm like, if I have like a face clock, because then it's like visually, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Then I can round based on like, so if it's like 110 because it's before 115, I'll say it's pretty much 1. But then if it's like 120 or 125, I'll be like, oh, it's 130. And then like after 130, it'll be like it's almost 12. 2, I mean, not 12. But like it's all like just visual. If I have a digital clock, I didn't have to like look at numbers. And then I'm like, but then it's like easier to just say what the numbers are, I guess. Kale says, wait, Lyra never told us what people said in 100 days.
Yeah, I was still looking. Is it? Okay, Soul in the 100 Days was like, I have a bunch of comics I want to read, but I'm too busy making my own to read. And like 20 people in a row were like, mood.
Yeah.
So I made, this doodad. I'm sending in the... Let me see if I can quickly save it.
Also Saul kills me.
Let me quickly see if I can get this.
I'm glad the whole 100 day server is in what's the word, our understanding in why no one is reading comics anymore. Is anyone gonna read my comic? Oh, you got your own. Gotcha.
There we go.
You're off the hook.
Perfect.
You can just share memes on your screen. Excellent.
It's not quite perfect. There we go.
Excellent.
Tails also says mood, so Tails is included in the Goku. Yeah, of course I can share memes on my screen. That's how I got this. Where is it?
Tails' favorite meme.
Tails' favorite meme. What's it called?
Everyone being like, I can't read comics because I'm working on my own. And then I saunter in. It's like, you work on your own comic? You guys are working on comics?
I'm going to make a guess that it's this. No, that's the one I just put in. This guys is why you name your files. Even if it's just the OBS files. There it is. Perfect.
Draw me like one of your French Charizards. Perfect.
Anyways,
it stares into my soul.
So anyways, there's a game to play, right?
Oh, is that what we're doing?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Tails asks why, and I say, why not?
Why not? Why, Buffett?
But like, why not?
Why, Buffett?
Happy says the opposite. No, stop naming them. No. Why have I not done this sooner?
Do what?
I moved. Before I point out what I mentioned what I just noticed. I moved the Heroes 4 window so it completely covers the preview. Because before it was like, if I put my mouse like all the way over here to the right, I could see like double of it because it was coming up below. But I just like moved the window over the thing. Now I can not be confused ever again.
I feel like you're gesturing to things I can't see.
Oh yeah. Don't worry, everyone else in the chat knows what I'm talking about.
What? But okay.
Yeah, because I did it with the mouse. I just gestured to a part of the game window, but you're getting it like a minute late.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you had stuff like that you were gesturing on your desktop, but since your stream like is showing the game, I wasn't seeing what you were gesturing to because your gestures weren't making sense.
But they actually weren't.
But I forgot about the lag.
But they actually weren't making sense because you got them a minute later.
Yeah.
Oh, good. We got Medusas here. What does this need? It needs a Rogue's Guild.
Rogue's Guild.
Rogue's Guild.
That was the guild my Mudkip and Bulbasaur were in for the PMDE group on DeviantArt.
I forget which group I was in for PMDE. Not that I did anything for it, but I made a team and joined a group.
Did you have like backstory from?
Of course not. I've hardly got a backstory for my D&D character nowadays.
Oh man. I only ever have backstories. I don't have anything planned for the future.
And I am the opposite. I never had backstories. The characters with the most backstory of any character in any of my comics are Ash and Pikachu.
But they come pre-packaged.
Exactly. I didn't have to make it up.
Oh.
Was there something in the middle here? Pete can check out if there's anything in the middle.
It's just land, Lyra. We're not landlubbers. We stick to the coast.
Make sure it's clear. Oh, that was
Pirates
not what I
love the letter R, but their first love be the sea.
Bonk.
Gal says, I'm in such a PMD mood. Yeah, I had 3 teams that I entered in all 3 of the guilds. I believe the first one was actually in the Merchants Guild. And then I came up with the Rogues one just for fun, and then like I came up with the last one for the Helpers, but that was sort of like an afterthought. I only have backstories. I have no backstories. Sounds like I smell collab potential.
I remember seeing your 3 oh, there that guy goes. I remember seeing your 3 teams and being like, man, I wish I could do that, but I can't even handle my 1 team.
Oh man. I don't think I was doing much back in the day.
You were doing more than me.
Like... No. I mean like in terms of projects. Like, that was my project back then, I think. But I can't remember.
I think it was late enough to be at the same time as JBN, because I found you through your Nuzlocke, and then saw the PMD stuff. Like, ooh, I like
gotcha.
PMD. that was my first love.
It was fun. I actually wouldn't have joined the group if I had gotten into the first thing I applied for, which was a Animal Crossing Pokemon group, where you got to like make a little character that was a Pokemon in Animal Crossing style, and you got a house and you could like interact and stuff. But then I got myself banned before it started.
Wait, how'd you get banned before it started?
They made a post saying you can comment or like DM or something to enter for a raffle. And they said to not spam a whole lot of comments to enter, but I read it as spam a whole lot of comments to enter.
Oh no.
So I just started spamming. And they banned me immediately.
Zero, how could you?
Oh, and I was heartbroken because I really wanted to join. I had a character and everything. It was like this pat rat. So I guess that must have been after JBN, because I didn't like pat rats before I played.
Exactly.
But since I didn't get into that one, I was like, I guess I'll try this other thing that my friend told me about. And that's how it went.
Dang it, game. If you had given me literally one more sulfur. What's this dead guy standing in the road?
Tails stole the silver.
No, not silver, sulfur.
Oh, sulfur.
Silver is peasants' currency in this game. We don't deal in that.
Yeah, he's just peasants' currency. Get him out of here.
Oh, there's a lot here. I expected it to be so much.
What were you working on back when you joined PMDE?
Heroes of Hoenn.
Okay, the original?
Yeah, our comics are the same age, remember?
Yeah.
Yours a little older, but only
I just don't know when you switched over, and I don't know when PMDE was running. It's a lot of information. I'm not
when I switched over from
when you rebooted it, basically.
Yeah, I fully rebooted it. But what I originally did is I was originally what was I doing? Oh, yeah, I was originally only going to remake the pages up to like the first gym, like go through the first gym, because there was a lot of ideas I had different.
Mm-hmm.
Neat. And that started in, I believe, 2013. But okay. I believe the page. Ugh, I keep dying. Help.
CPR.
But I believe the remade pages didn't turn into a full reboot until like 3 years ago.
Oh wow, that's really recent.
Yeah. Which one has the Durgans? This one. Durgans. I can afford one?
Kale says, the PMD groups sound fun, though I could never keep up with making content for anything without solid deadlines and expectations. This morning, before everyone woke, Obus caught me staring in the direction of the Gold Sea. I had been thinking about Captain Swift, daydreaming about the moment when I finally caught up to him. I almost ordered Oba to leave, but then he said something interesting. You know Captain Swift won't fight you unless he thinks you'll win. He'll fight me whether he wants to or not. I'm not going to give him a choice, I replied. I mean, you won't be able to draw him into a fight. You'll have to meet him on his own ground at Bloody Cove, Oba said. Fine with me. There won't be anything left but a black scorch in the ground when I'm finished with Bloody Cove. No doubt. We'll need a ship. I hear Swift rarely leaves the deck of the Assassin. I nodded. There were plenty of pirates and rogues hiding out in this region. One of them was bound to have a ship. That was the least of my problems. Someone's gotta know where Bloody Cove is, right? I asked. If that someone exists, it could be anyone. A former sailor, the merchant who sells Swift his supplies, a trollop, anyone.
Find that Bloody Cove.
Gotta find a trollop. Swift-like.
I see what you did there.
A bloody Swift trollop.
Yes.
I don't know why I love the word trollop.
I noticed. Excellent.
Excellent.
This looked precarious, but it's going splendidly.
Yay.
I have a healing thing, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bonk.
Tails says no dying, Lyra.
But it's what I do best.
I can't believe Tails would tell Lyra to not do the thing she does best. She's holding back your potential.
Ah, I only had expert archery. No wonder things were going so weak. Oh, nice. This guy was on the same page as me.
The same bloody page?
No, that's the Bloody Cove.
Ah.
You guys stay here.
Tails says zero phrasing. It is a fun word and rhymes with wallop.
Oh, expert must be master must be where I get the first strike, and that's must be why other things are attacking at the same time as me.
Yes, master is where he gets it. It's where he gets it.
Take that. Ow. Ow.
Tails says I thought she did bullying best. No, Tails, that's what she enjoys most.
Yeah. Gotta get the facts straight. Which is hard for both of us, I know, but we have to try. Oh no.
Time to go wallop some trollops.
It's a terrible idea. It was a terrible idea. Do you have a healing thing?
Woo. That's a lot of horses.
No. I'm feeling kind of hoarse. No, stop with the spell. Wonk, wonk. Wait, actually...
You're dying.
Okay, I forgot running works in this game. Because they just kind of plop outside the town rather than you having to go back into the inn and buy them again.
Oh.
So we're
pirates. We're good at turning tail and run to save our hide.
What do I need to do again?
Tails wants you to imagine getting anything straight.
I can't. It's impossible. Or chunks. Is this mine? Am I orange? Yes, I am. What's this? Tactics. Do I want that? Do I want that? No, I want you to have that. You can beat all these Medusas by yourself, right? Oh, it's only 8. You can easily do that.
how did you first get into PMD in general? Was the group the first, or had you played the games? Are you asking Lyra? Oh, asking me. Let me see. I had played the game. I played the first game. But I never finished it. I just started doing missions and it never ended, and I thought that was the rest of the game. And by never ended, I must have done like 3, and I'm like, I guess this is the rest of the game. I think at a certain point,
I was about to say you like to either had to like not have done many or not read the dialogue, because it does not. Especially if you played the first one. Did you play the first? You couldn't have played the first one, did you?
No, it was the first one. I still own it too.
There's
Red
like...
Mystery Dungeon. All I know is I never got to like the Gengar stuff.
Yeah,
or if I did, I forgot about him. Like, I never got to the... I remember later on in my life learning that Gengar was also a human and that Ninetales shows up, and I'm like, I don't remember any of that.
Okay, that all is post-game, though.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
I might have finished. Okay, then I might have finished like the game and then thought the post game was also like part. But like, I just remember, or maybe I was like taking the wrong missions. Like maybe I was like going back to caves and like doing old caves a lot, or like just trying to grind. But like, I just remember at some point they stopped giving me like cutscenes, and I thought like there was no more story. That it might have been completely my fault. I just remember thinking there was no more story. It might have been something I did, you know?
It's hard to tell if you like just reach the actual end of the game, or if you just like were misreading dialogue. Can I get over there? I cannot.
Yeah, it's hard to say. But I definitely didn't play much PMD before joining the group. I actually. I guess, Lyra, like, did you keep up at all with, like, the story for PMDE?
I vaguely did.
Was it, like, did it allude to actual PMD stuff?
I don't think so.
Okay, I assumed not. But even things like the purple Kecleon,
Can I take a moment?
Didn't fully register as being PMD. Like, I guess I knew that it was referencing the merchant character, but I knew I was so disconnected from the games that afterwards I just associated purple Kecleon with that group as like that character. But yeah, it's only after words like years later, I picked up a couple of other PMD games and gave them a try. Didn't get very far.
It's a shame, man. As for me, young baby Lyra's one true dream was always to be a Pikachu.
Get sent to the PMD world.
Like long before Mystery Dungeon was ever a thing, I was like,
oh,
my greatest dream is to be a Pikachu. And then they made that game. I was like, they literally made this game specifically for me.
Yes. Nice.
Oh, that's a lot of plot.
Tails says, oh, okay.
She does, you say.
Do you know? All this talk about Captain Swift lately has gotten me to thinking of the only time I have seen the man, the day my father died. I recall Swift was a lean man in his 30s, with a nice, neat brown beard and hair pulled back in a short ponytail. I remember his blazing red coat best. Captain Hook? And the sword and dagger he wielded in combat. At the time, my father had 3 ships in his pirate fleet, his own flagship, the Black Death, and 2 smaller, faster crafts. I had been given command of the Lightning Crack a year ago. It had been my first command, and I think one of my father's tests to see if I was worthy of fighting by his side. The Black Arrow was new and manned by a skeleton crew. We were on our way to a well-known pirate port in the southern Gulf Sea when we spotted a pair of sails on the horizon. Over the next few hours, my father circled these ships to get an idea of what kind of target they might be. I hadn't been part of the strategy sessions, but I have since learned from Eight Fingers Oba that both he and Gory Gordy had recommended they leave the ships alone, especially since the Black Arrow barely had enough crew to keep their sails up. But Black Balfour never listened to anyone but himself. He gave the order to attack. 3 against 2 were good enough odds, and I think my father was convinced these were just a pair of fat merchant ships. I don't know what he would have done if they had been merchant ships, though. The Black Death's hulls were already full, and the Black Arrow was sitting low in the water as well. Nonetheless, we attacked, plotting a course to intercept the 2 ships. They fled to the north at first, but my father expected that. Then they turned back to the west, probably hoping to get to a safe port before we caught them. Since my ship, the Lightning Crack, had no stores, I was out in front. I was the first to see the trap. 2 more ships appeared on the horizon as they unfurled their sails and caught the wind. My father had been lured into one of the oldest pirate traps in history. The 2 ships we had been chasing were the bait, pretending to be slow and fat with goods. These other 2 ships were built low to the water, and with their sails tied up, they were virtually invisible until it was too late. The trap had been sprung. We had no choice but to fight. The Lightning Crack was fast enough that it might have had a chance to escape, but then the Black Death and the Black Arrow would be easy pickings. I decided at that moment to take a chance and try to spoil the ambush. I turned the Lightning Crack against these 2 smaller crafts and ordered an attack. Let my father worry about the 2 we had been chasing. Sea battles are all about outmaneuvering your opponent. I had 3 ballistae, what are those called? Ballast.
I always pronounced it ballista.
Ballista.
I don't know if that's right, but that's how I pronounced it.
Works for me. I had 3 ballista, port and starboard, and a small catapult fore and aft. Those weapons and its speed made the Lightning Crack a deadly little ship. In the first minutes of the battle, I pulled alongside one of the enemy ships and ordered the ballista to fire onto the sails. I've already forgotten. A lucky shot brought down their only mast, effectively crippling the craft. Unfortunately, shortly after that, a metal ball catapulted from the other ship and crashed into my deck. We were taking on water, but not so much that my crew couldn't pump it out. For the next hour, my opponent and I circled and twisted in the water, trying to get the advantage. Then our ships collided. My opponent got the upper hand by spearing his own craft into the side of the Lightning Crack. I heard the ship creak and groan beneath me, and I knew it would sink. "Swords and daggers, men!" I shouted, drawing my own blade. "Gut these swine!" By the end of the battle, only a 4th of my crew remained. The Lightning Crack was sinking fast and dragging the enemy ship down with it. We cut free the dinghies and abandoned ship. After that, we could only watch as the Black Death battled the 2 remaining craft. The crew of the Black Arrow obviously wanted no part in this fight and fled, hoping my father and I would distract the enemy long enough for them to escape. I saw the Black Death engage Captain Swift's ship, the Assassin. The ships came abreast, and like I had done, Black Balfour ordered the crew to swing across and fight hand to hand. But Captain Swift himself led the defense of his ship, dispensing death with his 2 blades quickly and easily. By the time my father made his way to the front and engaged Swift, I knew the battle was over. We had taken too many losses. This final battle was something to see, though. Black Balfour put up a good fight even after Swift sunk his dagger to the hilt in my father's chest. But soon blood loss took its effect, and Black Balfour let down his guard just long enough for Swift to plunge his sword through my father's heart. Both sides took great losses, and instead of crippling himself by pressing the battle forward, Captain Swift retreated. We didn't pursue because all the fight had gone out of us when word spread that our captain, my father, Black Balfour, was dead. And he couldn't have lamed Captain Swift to give me a hand, right? So you couldn't have at least, like, sliced his leg or cut off his arm or something.
That's what she said. That's what she was, like, saying in her head while she was watching.
It's like, you don't have to live, old man. Just take him down a peg for me.
Oh, did anyone see a while back when one of these things was, like, doing this? Okay, good. They're, like, blocked, like,
Blocking?
6 times. Yeah, blocking. Like, they blocked, like, 6 times in a row. I was like, please.
Yeah.
You're doing literally 1 damage
that.
to me. You're going to... Oh. That's nice. Where's the other one of these?
Earlier, Tail said the... What was that?
I was just checking where this poker leads.
Yeah, where does it go?
Go somewhere over here. There it is. There it is.
Yeah, we did. Tail said the first PMD was a game where if you put it down too long, you can easily forget what's up.
I don't know if they, like, took out how many missions you need to progress in it, but it's like really fast paced in DX.
This is a large deposit of gold.
I hope you read that fast. I forgot it wasn't something we had read before.
I don't know. Well, yeah, I mean, to be fair, the PMD games aren't necessarily, like, top of the line in terms of gameplay for me, personally.
In fairness, like, not really top of the line in gameplay, period.
Yeah?
Most
okay,
people...
I wasn't sure if it was just a me thing or if it's, like... I just wasn't that into the gameplay, so, like, every dungeon felt really long, you know? Like, even if I just had to play, like, 3 dungeons, I would have felt like, that's so many.
Yeah, they definitely dragged out, too. I remember there was, like a 30 to 40 minute drive that we would take to go to my swim practice as a kid. And even shorter missions would, like, either I just barely finish it before I got there, or I wouldn't finish it at all.
I will say what very likely might have happened is I got to a story point and got, like, a cutscene for it and had to complete a certain objective, put down the game, came back and, like, forgot what the objective was and kept playing missions and not being able to progress because I didn't, like, get the actual objective done. And just assumed there was nothing else to do.
Yeah, that's kind of my whole thing. It's like, it's hard to tell if you, like, got to the end, because, like, once you get to the end, it stops having cutscenes.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, the DX added at least a lot of dialogue on the player characters' end, because they were no longer characters in the original.
Are we gonna see a trollop now?
What's a trollop?
I was the daughter of a bar wench. That's the trollop, I think. Who worked day and night for next to nothing. Back then, I didn't know my father. He was never around, and my mother never spoke his name. I worked at the Rusty Mug as well, sweeping the floors and delivering bread to the tables. The clientele was mostly thieves and pirates, who retreated to this small port on the coast of Nigon. Nigon. To escape the laws of Arathia.
It's a Nyan.
Nyan. Okay, yeah. There you go. I just looking at that word, I knew there was like something special about the pronunciation.
Yeah,
you don't put a G and an H next to each other without.
Yeah, that one's voice acted in 3, so that's how I know how it's pronounced.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so the coast of Nyon to escape the laws of Arathia. I saw. That's right?
It was Nyan.
Nyan.
Yeah.
Oh, like nigh on.
Yeah.
Like the end is nigh on Thursday. Not a night went by when someone didn't get a knife in the gut over some petty argument. But what really bothered me about these murders was that I had to swab up the blood afterwards. One night, I noticed a red-haired pirate with a snake tattooed around his neck and had been hanging on my mother more than the usual customers. They laughed and drank for hours. My mother ignored her usual duties, so I had to pick up the slack. Late that night, one of the redhead's fellow sailors jumped up, furious about something. They drew their daggers. I remember fearing for my mother's life then, but it was over in a flash. The redhead was the victor. When I tried to run to her, she just pushed a cloth into my hands and told me to retrieve the bucket. Soon, I was on my knees, cleaning up the mess, while someone dragged the body outside. My mother disappeared upstairs. Something changed for me that night. I was 7 years old.
No, just the normal kind of thing to deal with as a 7-year-old.
Poor girl.
What did it say?
You're not the one we're looking for, nor have you defeated the other players yet. Quit wasting our time.
I haven't? Whom's just slinking about? Oh, hello.
What filthy scum is slinking around in the shadows?
Yamcha. Yeah, admittedly I'm playing on the easiest difficulty, that's part of it, but yeah, this is part of why later missions get so easy with the heroes. Well, this is an example of it getting so easy, because like, neither of them have any army, and we already like swept this whole continent and conquered everyone. Not quite, apparently, but almost.
Everyone else is just
Yonk, ow, yonk.
hiding.
Probably. Mercury. Oh my god. Oh, neat. We're getting pretty high up. And I bought Durgans. I should probably check on the other ones and try to have them more prepared to Durgan.
Hergen Durkin.
Oh. Oh. What do I need for this? More sulfur, of course. We never answered Tails on what she said. That is exceptionally rude if you get that close to my face. Not that it mattered. I still shot you down before you actually got to me.
through the heart, and you're to blame. You give love bad name.
Pete Curly really needs to get some better archery.
Yeah.
Our main girl's over here, two-shot and everything, and he's just like, oh, it takes so many arrows.
So many.
Like, you can tell that Tawni was the girl who shot a crossbow and broke a door off its hinges.
Oh my god. It would be really dumb if we had that and then like she had like the lowest archery. When I was 10, I met my father for the first time, but I didn't know he was the one. I remember people whispering his name, staring at him, and I wondered why everyone liked this man. He was charming and generous with his gold. He bought drinks for the house 3 times that night. Later, he took my mother out on the town. In an amazing coincidence, I recalled daydreaming that this muscular, wealthy pirate was my father, and that he had come to whisk me away on his glorious pirate ship. Yeah, even in that hole, I was still a romantic. In the morning, I was sweeping the old threshes from the common room when Black Balfour clumped down the stairs. He helped himself to one of the kegs and left a coin in the bar. Then he shunted over to me. "What's your name, you busy gnat?" He called her busy gnat.
You know, his fathers do.
Tawni, I replied instantly. That's a bar girl's name. I shrugged. I was too mesmerized by his presence to speak. "Do you have a dagger?" he asked. I shook my head. That's when my father reached inside his black coat and pulled out a long, thin knife. "You're starting to get cute like your mother," Black Balfour said, handing me the slender knife. It was heavy and cold, but the hilt seemed to mold even to my small hands. I'm getting like Thanos vibes. It's like, look at that, perfect, balanced, as all things should be. "In a place like this," he continued, "cute can be dangerous." He knelt down to my level and smiled. His 2 front teeth were gold. "If someone touches you when you don't want them to, or if they even look at you sideways, cut 'em. This knife here is good for slipping in between the ribs to the heart. Practice a little on some pigs or something. And one more thing. Keep it hidden so no one knows you have it. Surprise is the greatest weapon you can ever have." It was the only parenting my father ever did, but I have to admit, it was the greatest thing anyone had ever done for me. I still have that knife. It was the same one I used to kill my father's first mate, Gory Gordy. A week later, my mother confessed that Black Balfour was my father.
Let's go for the experience. 87 pig dudes. More like 70, 46, 29, 40. That's you.
Or me?
For you. 3,500 gold for you.
Yay!
Can I get over here easily? No, I cannot. It's behind the green door. Where's this portal lead, I wonder? Is this a good idea? No, it is not. I'm doing it anyways. Could I get teleported to a far-off place that I don't want to be? Absolutely. Am I taking that chance? Also absolutely.
I think I've talked about this before, but I'm like deathly afraid of teleportation. It's like this existential fear that I have that when I get teleported, my atoms will get broken down where I am, and I will cease to exist, and a copy of me will be like created on the other side of the teleportation, and that copy will have all of my thoughts and all of my memories and be me, but I would not be that me.
Yeah, I did.
2 years later, I was no longer talking to my mother, and I no longer worked at the Rusty Mug. During one of my mother's drunken fits, she revealed to me that I had an older half-brother living in the same town. Nori lived in his father's house with his stepfamily. The fact that my mother kept this information from me all these years infuriated me because she had cheated me of something. So I ran away and went looking for Nori. Nori's father was a sailor, an occasional pirate, so he was gone for months at a time. His stepmother hated Nori. However, because he was evidence of her husband's adultery, I was glad to hear this
There was a period there.
I see. Because he was evidence of her husband's adultery. I was glad to hear this because it meant Nori had suffered a harsh childhood as well. We were one of a kind, and now we had each other. Nori, who was a couple of years my elder, turned out to be a member of a small gang of young thieves. He immediately took me in and began teaching me the ropes. It was a happy time for both of us. We stole food to eat, and after that we stole for fun, just to see if we could do it. I always smiled when I think about that time in my life. We didn't have much time together though, barely 2 years. Nori and one of the other boys planned a robbery together. Unfortunately, Nori was a foolhardy thief who never thought things through, so he probably let the other boy make all of the plans. The fool walked right into that trap. The next day, my brother's body was found in an alley. He had been stabbed 7 times in the back and left for the rats. The rats took very good care of him. It took me several months to learn that Nori's partner had betrayed him to a merchant. Nori had robbed 7 times in as many years. The merchant was making a point. I knew the man. I had taken part in a couple of these robberies. So with my father's knife, I made the merchant suffer. And then I tracked down the boy who betrayed my brother and pummeled him unconscious. I took the traitor into the countryside. Then where no one could hear his screams, and bundled him inside a large potato sack with just his face exposed. Inside the sack, I placed 7 hungry rats. It took over an hour for Nori's betrayer to die. Wow.
Fun times.
Nasty.
Ahead of you, an evil mage is attempting to capture 3 women, so you rush to save the damsels. The spellcaster sees you coming and angry turns his spells against you. You manage to defeat the fiend, but the effects of his spells still weigh heavily on you. So the woman gives you a foul-smelling concoction that removes the enchantments, and then they hand over a second potion of restoration because you may need it if you go around saving every woman you meet. Oh, is this a reward for saving you? No, it's just because we know you'll need it. That's how reckless you are. I mean, if they were packing potions like that, who's to say they actually needed saving in the first place?
Uh-huh.
Will this go well?
Will it?
No, I died. It's fine. Don't look at anything you're seeing right now. It's all an illusion. Where were you going, ma'am? Wow, this battle sure does seem familiar. I don't know why, though. Must be a coincidence.
A coinkadink.
Well, that's why I wanted that. Oh, I forgot the potion of restoration. Guess it's staying there now. Arrow. Arrow.
To the knee?
Probably. Happy says, I'm so glad you didn't die there. I know, right? That would have been really unfortunate. I would have had to redo that whole fight again. Wait. Oh, we did it. We're on the other side of this green gate that we can't pass. It does very little for us, but we did it.
Mm-hmm. You did it!
Where is the green tent, I wonder? Here's the green teleportal. Now here's what a real hero looks like, beating these things. Let me find if she died too. Oh, she died too. The difference being that that was actually kind of dumb of me. Because she actually has a way to heal herself.
Do most enemies not have, like, healing?
Oh yeah, almost all enemies don't have healing.
Oh.
Oh. And especially not resurrection. Perfect. Much better. Ooh. Grandmaster Archery. Now because she can pew pew even better. Oh no. Oh, it's fine. Oh no, I say right before taking out 3/4 of them in one shot. First try, no mistakes.
First try.
Let's see what you got, sir. Bandits. There's sulfur. Every time I see a bit of sulfur on the ground, I'm like, oh, that's something I need. It's funny because it always looks like they No, I still can't do that. The other gal can do it, but this guy can't. He's too weak and feeble.
We have two gals?
I said the other guy.
Oh,
Bonk. Ouch. Bonk.
It's hard to tell with Pete Gurley.
You raise a fair point. Gold mine acquired. Bonk. I said bonk. Thank you.
Please be bonked. Please bonk.
Be bonked or else.
Bonk yourself.
Please die or else I'll kill you. Oh, perfect. A sulfur place. Where are you going?
Sulfur?
Sulfur.
Sulfur.
That's what we need for the Durgans. Speaking of Durgans. Oh, just one? Easy. Piece of cake.
Mm-hmm.
Piece of cake. Oh wait, is this to recruit them? Oh snap. I thought it was just like to... I thought it was like a little treasure trove for some items. I didn't think it was to actually recruit the dragons. I forgot she should like totally be in the back. Like even if she's alone. Because her archery is so good she doesn't have any range penalties, so being further back doesn't hurt her.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we need a blue. Ah, pool. Interesting. Very interesting. No, no charm. Gonk. 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 Ow.
Donk.
Honk. What's this?
Prague.
Everything must absolutely go, shouts the merchant. You curious, you stop and examine the few things. Immediately your eyes settle on Mulch's helmet of leadership. I feel like that's a hero in Heroes 3. What a find! A remarkable act you display. You talk the merchant down to a few meager silver pieces and depart quickly. See? Silver is peasants. Currency.
Peasants' currency.
Need the Hall of the Deed. Larry has Jurgens. We don't have enough something for the Hall of the Deed.
Are you saying dragons?
Yeah, dragons. Durgans.
Are Durgans dragons? Okay. I can't. Okay.
Oh, this is a powerful.
Powerful.
I'm just pronouncing Durgans funny because it's fun.
It's kind of like those silly British terms.
Oh, we found Bloody Cove. Wait, what do you mean we found Bloody Cove? Hold on, wait a second, what?
Is it time to fight?
I don't think so. Oh! Oh! Like this is the
What?
castle on the land, but like Captain Swift is on a boat out in the sea, actually in the cove.
Oh, so wait. You're gonna fight them in the sea?
Yeah. We already had boat battles, remember?
Is a cove like a cave, or is it
It's
like a bay? What's a cove?
I think it's like a bay. I'm not entirely sure though.
Oh.
We want to go down here, please. The other pink teleportal. Teleportal? Teleport. Is it? Oh, there's more sulfur down here. Neato burrito. Let's go claim that real quick. Oh, the plot thickens.
The plot thickens. Picking pockets is simply not profitable, and breaking into merchant shops can be dangerous if they are guarded. So I turned my thieving talents towards banditry after Nori died. I formed my own gang, and we would travel into the countryside to find a place along the road that would make a good ambush point. I returned from one of those trips with a pearl necklace around my neck and my purse heavy with gold, only to learn that my mother had died 3 days prior. I'm not sure why I stopped by the Rusty Mug to find out how it happened. I just had to know. The owner of the bar told me she had been sick for months and finally succumbed to the illness. She owes me for taking care of her, the owner said, expecting me to pay. Then you're out of luck, I said, turning my back. Hey, he shouted at me, aren't you going to pay for the burial? She's dead. What does it matter now where she ends up? Drop her in the sea for all I care. I have known all my life that my mother never wanted me. She had been stuck with me, though. I hadn't seen my father since the day he gave me his knife, so he certainly wasn't going to take me in. Or would he? My father's name was on everyone's lips. He was one of the most deadly pirates alive. Even the great Arathian kingdom feared him. And I was no longer some useless little girl who only knew how to use a broom. Few could match my skills and speed with the dagger, and I was even getting pretty good with the sword as well. Perhaps I could become one of my father's crew.
Tails says he's a pirate. That makes sense, but I'm not sure what she said that to. At first, you pick up this abandoned sack thinking it's filled with gold, but when you open it, you find a perfectly good chainmail suit. Ah, we had room for it on our person. Well, that's a lot. That's 8. Durgan. Durgan.
Durgan. I just feel like Durgan is like an actual thing? Is it not?
I don't know. I'm too busy saying Durgan to know. What do you suppose is, oh, about him hiding in a cove, Tails says. Oh, it's nice. He is a pirate. Him hiding in a cove makes sense. Quick combat. Launched right out of here. Oh, it's blocked off, I think? Yeah, the cove's completely blocked off. So we can't actually get in.
What's it blocked off with?
Rocks.
Durgans?
No, rocks. We can beat up Durgans.
You can't beat up rocks.
No, they're too strong. Rock solid, you could say. Yonk. 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 So how's everyone in chat doing? Is everyone having a fun time?
Tails is saying, well, he is a pirate, so that does make sense.
Hi, Ross.
And, I think first try was about him hiding the code, or was it?
Oh, I wasn't saying let's read the chat. I was saying, I was asking everyone in chat how they were doing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look. Tiny plot.
Just a wee bonny wee plot. In the panic of the reckoning, it wasn't difficult for me to take the place of one of the lucky ones of boarding a ship that would sail through a portal. So I took a man's place in line. I was 17, but I had a pouch of jewels in one hip, a sword on the other, and my father's dagger up my left sleeve. I was ready for anything this new world could throw at me. I was even happy to leave the old one and all its memories behind.
Speaking of happy
this
says
is
I'm
like
doing
a
good.
lot of...
Huh?
Hey, yay! This is a lot of nice, like, backstory that we're getting randomly strewn out. I kind of like that it's, like, slowly feeding it to us as we play through.
Hey. Yeah, I'm gonna beat you guys up. Consider yourselves beaten. Where was I going before that ruined all my plans? I actually think I want to group them up.
Do you ever just completely forget what your Discord sign-in is?
That sounds moderately unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you absolutely did not do that, right?
Of course. Of course I didn't. What would have given you that? Huh?
Yeah, no, nothing really.
To be fair, it's my mule account that I'm forgetting the password for.
It would be kind of odd for you to forget your Discord when you're sitting in it. Well, not forget.
Discord itself, like my main Discord, I would actually probably forget too because I never log out of it. I don't know anyone who like logs out of their Discord.
I do all the time. When my computer like resets spontaneously, and I'm like, wipes.
Really? I never ever log out of Discord on any platform. Ooh, more plot. I settled in a new town on the coast of the Gold Sea. I was surprised by how similar it felt to the one I had been raised in. For months, I tried to join the crew of a pirate ship, but I was either too young or too female for their tastes. Bloody bad luck to have a woman on board, you know, as Badger says. It took a heavy bribe to finally get work. It was a good job, though. The navigator was soft on me, so I used that weakness to first learn how to navigate and then how to read and write. I learned everything there was to know about sailing and pirating over the next 2 years, but I never got the respect I thought I deserved. So I quit at the next part and strolled into the nearest inn to spend the last of my money. Bless! To my surprise, I found my father sitting at one of the tables with Gory, Gordy, and Oba, who at the time still had all of his fingers. I cut them off myself. It was fate. Me running into Black Balfour like this, and I wasn't about to let it pass without seizing the opportunity. I walked up to my father and stood by his table until he looked at me. He winked, but I saw no recognition in his face. "I'm Tawni Balfour, your daughter," I said. "Oh," was all he said. "I'm a pirate, like you. I'm looking for work." "Well, girl, the Black Death has a full crew. No room. Find work elsewhere." I felt my stomach muscles tighten. I guess I never thought he would refuse. And then my skin became hot with anger at Black Balfour for casting me off just as my mother had done. But most importantly, I felt anger at myself for following some foolish little dream of joining my daddy on the high seas all those years. Gory Gordy reached his arm out and wrapped it around my hip. "Maybe we can find a place for you in the ship," he sneered. In a flash of an eye, I cut Gordy's left earlobe off with the same dagger my father had given me. Gordy screamed and jumped to his feet. We both reached for our swords, but stopped when we heard my father's bellowing laughter. Gordy looked at his captain, surprised that he wasn't being backed up. I think it's the day Gordy decided he hated me. Black Balfour stood and patted me on the shoulder. "I see you remembered what I told you." I smiled back at him and said, "No one touches me unless I tell them to." "Keep raising hell, girl," my father said. "Sorry, but I do have a full crew. Maybe another time." And then he strolled out of the inn with Oba and Gordy.
Whee! Oh, I have 38 sand. That's definitely what it's called.
Sand? Do you mean the sulfur?
Yeah, that. Sand.
Okay. Sand. I don't like sand. It's not comfy and easy to wear.
You don't say. Jurgens.
Since Tails never decided what to do, should we make her do something?
Yes, Tails, do something. Draw
Tails, do something.
Draw Pikachu.
Do something, ya ninny.
And beat up whoever you are. Try to steal one of you.
You walloped trollop.
Come again? Advanced chaos magic. Oh, that's actually good. Not bad. That's a whole new tier of spells that she can learn.
Whole new tiers?
Quick comment.
More like tears. Huh?
That's my
Look,
joke.
more sand.
I love more sand.
Ew, was that an eyeball looking into the sky?
Yeah.
No had been the wrong answer. I found my father's ship, the Black Death, and watched it over the next 2 weeks. I quickly learned that the Reckoning had severely hurt my father. This was the only ship of his 6-ship fleet that survived, and all the wealth and priority he had accumulated during his career had gone as well. He had been reduced to a common pirate again, and he was desperately trying to reclaim what he had lost. Perhaps that's why, years later, he risked attacking 2 seemingly helpless ships and fell right into Captain Swift's trap. When I noticed that the Black Death was preparing to set out to sea, I slipped into the dock in the dead of the night and climbed aboard, concealing myself in the cargo hold. I know now how childish and stupid I had been. What would I do if I found a stowaway? Probably the same as my father. When I revealed myself one night, I was dragged before my father. I went to him boldly with my chin held high. The sailors stripped me of my weapons, my gold, even my boots. Black Balfour scowled when he found me kneeling before him. "Stupid girl," he snapped and slapped me across the face. That's when I found out just how powerful he was. I blacked out for a few seconds, and I don't have a soft chin like some people. Within seconds, my eyes started swelling shut. "I want to be on your crew," I said, biting back my anger. "Bring anyone before me, anyone. I'll kill them and take their job." But my father ignored me. He stared thoughtfully out at the dark sea. "Shall I hang her?" Gory Gordy asked. He seemed excited by the possibility. "No," my father said, saving my life. As much as I disliked him, I respect him for that. "Throw her in the sea, as she deserves," Black Balfour commanded. He watched as Gory Gordy and several other sailors carried me to the side of the ship. Why didn't he say, "Make her walk the plank"? They cheered and counted. What was that? Too cliche?
Yeah.
They cheered and counted as they swung me by my arms and legs over the railing into the black water below. Then they spat at me as they sailed slowly away into the night. My father didn't come to the rail to watch. I paddled there in the water, trying to figure out what to do. I was far out to sea, too far to swim toward land. I was as good as dead. Might as well swim down as far as I could and take a deep breath of water. But I couldn't drown myself. It felt too much like giving up, and I don't ever give up. I floated there all night, freezing. My muscles felt numb, and I was still kicking slowly at the water when the sun climbed over the horizon the next day. At first, it was a welcome sight, but then it started baking my skin and blinding my eyes. Still, I did not give up. When the sun set again, I knew I would not see another sunrise. I would soon be joining my brother in whatever afterlife waited for people like me. "Curse you, world! You've been trying to kill me all my life. I survived my mother, the rusty mug, my childhood. I survived it all. It's about time you got something right," I shouted towards the heavens. Another night came. Cold, dark. Waves bobbed over my head. I started counting each stroke of my legs in defiance of the sea that was trying to swallow me. I was semi-conscious and hallucinating when the sky seemed to grow brighter. I couldn't find the sun, though, just blackness surrounded by a flickering light descending upon me like a great dark beast. Was this another mirage? Then someone said, "Ahoy, starboard!" The waves picked up for some reason, crashing around me, pushing me down. This was it. Some sea god had come to claim my soul. I was lifted from the sea and dropped on a hardwood deck. Then someone slapped my face. "You're a lucky girl," a voice said. "No, I'm not," I replied. The familiar metal hilt of my dagger was pressed into my swollen hand. I forced my one good eye open and saw my father's bearded face. "My crew is full," he whispered. "If you want to join me, you must make room." I looked around at the faces of the other pirates. Unfortunately, I didn't see Gory Gordy, so as I came to my knees, I flung the weapon with my last ounce of strength at the nearest man. Then I collapsed into the deck, too exhausted to move. Something dropped next to me with a hollow thud. I was now one of the crew of the Black Death.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine being the unlucky soul who got killed by a dead woman. Fished out of the sea.
Oh, potion of immortality. You come across a circus wagon outside many of the undying practices. Is miraculous sword swallowing act. Many of the undying practices. But you uncover his secret, a potion that keeps him alive no matter the injury. As payment for keeping Manny's secret, he gives you a potion of immortality. That sounds painful even if it keeps him alive. Also...
Oh, are you going somewhere? Okay, I will keep everyone entertained.
There we go. Gonna be right back for a second.
All right. Well, folks, are you not entertained? Let's see. So, I've found doing these streams that deeper voices tend to be pretty difficult. I was worried before the pirate stuff started that I wouldn't be able to get the female pirate voice for the main character because I watched some Pirates of the Caribbean in order to prepare, and I realized the first movie doesn't really have any female pirates except for that one lady, but she's not really a pirate. I guess she is, like, she kind of talks like him, but you know, it's just one. So I'm like, what do I do for it? But it actually turns out it's pretty easy because with my higher register, I can just talk piratey, and it sounds like a different character from any other pirate character since it's just female pirate. Who knew that female actually just works out when you're actually a sound like a girl. I don't always care for that. So, like, if I want to try and sound like a deeper voice character, it just doesn't come out. It's like, I think there's like this projection that I try to do, and because I don't feel like it's going forward, it kind of gets stuck in the same sort of realm where my voice is. 'Cause I know when I like listen to country songs sometimes or like sing along to them, I can try and get pretty deep, or you know, if you have ever sang the Sleeping Beauty song where it's like, I know you. I think I can do the Prince all right. I walked with you once upon a dream. I guess I don't know. But like, yeah, whenever I try to get onto recordings and make a more sort of intimidating kind of voice, It's hard to slip into. I have Cotton's, not Cotton. Cotton doesn't talk. What's the other Badger? I keep forgetting Mr. Gibbs. I always call him Badger for some reason. I don't remember why. But I got his voice a little down because he talks a lot in the movies, you know. But none of the other pirates really.
Yar matey.
Welcome back, Lyra.
Hello.
Hello.
Alright, I need to get down here.
I hear you trying to do lower voices too sometimes, Lyra, and I can tell you're struggling with them too. It's just hard, right? You know, like trying to get those like gruff timbre that the guys have.
Why do you think you can't move? Ah. A sight to
Why?
behold. Hold the phone.
I'm holding it.
Why are we so close? That's such a dangerous position.
Tails and Zeski, is that the talk from your gut thing they talk about in theater? I don't know. I've never done theater. Actually, Lyra, did they ever tell you to do theater because of animation?
Nope.
No? I never took theater classes, but they always said like, oh, it's good to do like take a theater class because animation is basically acting. Through like drawings and stuff. So taking like a theater class might be good, and I'm like, nope, I am not getting in front of people and acting out emotions. But I've always regretted it. I feel like I really should have, but no.
Imagine acting out emotions. Imagine expressing
right?
real emotions.
I know, right? Mood. I'm just like, yeah, I'm fine.
Where is the point?
It's like embarrassing. You know, I'm like embarrassed by everything.
Imagine
everything I do embarrasses me, whether I'm walking down the street or like talking. Tail says, Zero, do not perceive me! or that line from Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Ignore me!
What if I don't want to ignore you, though? Yeah, like Tail says, you're so great.
That's so sweet. Gosh.
Bleh. Man, I would have been so upset if they blocked the fire breath with their axe.
You can't set me on fire, I have an axe.
Oh wow, her melee attack.
Now you're all dead.
Is non-existent.
Mm-hmm.
Now she can't get any.
Ignore me!
Oh wait, hold on. What am I doing? I need more Durgans. Zero, why didn't you tell me I could build more Durgans?
I lost count of the Durgan.
How could you? I feel so betrayed right now.
Dorgan time, Dorgan time.
That is much more army than I was hoping you would have. Ooh, there's only 2 Durgans here. Where is... I don't actually have one. A tavern. Mergic? Oh yeah, I actually need you to like walk into all of the castles and learn magic level 2. First strike, misfortune. Something shackles. Where were you going before? Zero, what am I doing with my life?
I know where I'm going, and I know who's going with me.
Thanks, it all makes sense now.
I know who I love. What?
I asked you where I was going, and then you started singing. I was like, thanks, it all makes sense now. Oh, I didn't have enough sulfur because I bought 2 Durgans. I should have gotten that campfire. It might have had sulfur in it. just beat him up. We don't need that one singular scrub dude. Scrub boy.
Scrub-a-dee-doo.
Scrub-a-dub-dub.
Rubber-dub-dub. 3 men in a tub.
But why are they in a tub?
I don't actually know the rest of the poem, so I don't know. I don't think it explains it, but I also don't know any more of it. Like, if there are more lines to the little riddle.
I don't want order magic.
Do you have, like, a favorite nursery rhyme? Or, like, tongue twister, or just, like, anything that's, like, recitable, you know?
Or a tongue twister. Not off the top.
One of my favorite tongue twisters is the Betty Botter one. Do you know that one?
No. The who, what?
There's a tongue twister about Miss Betty Botter, who bought some butter, but the butter was bitter, so she had to get some better butter, better than her bitter butter, to put in her batter. Huh. Let me see if I can even remember it. It's been ages. Like literal ages since I've last heard it. I think it's like, Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put in my batter, that'll make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter, that'll make my batter better. So she bought some better butter, better than her bitter butter. And she put it in her batter, and her batter was not bitter. So, 'twas Betty Botter, 'twas better Betty Botter bought a bit of better butter. Man, I used to be able to recite that without any, like, mistakes or pauses. That was my favorite one because I could actually recite it. There was this little cassette that we would listen to in the car, and it had a lot of these as well as some songs, but the other ones, like, I couldn't say because they were too difficult. I think one of them was literally just rubber baby buggy bumpers, and you had to, like, say it fast.
I remember that one.
Yeah. Oh man, if I can find this one, there's one that, like, someone wrote on Tumblr that's a continuation of the seashells. She sells seashells. I can't even say the normal. What?
You're already getting it wrong.
I know, right? Just the vanilla one. Let me see. She sells seashells Tumblr. Let's see if that pulls up anything.
Oh my god. I'm glad that happened when it was my Minotaurs. But they totally blocked the flame breath with their... Oh, they absolutely blocked the flame breath.
That's excellent. Oh no, but that does mean that it is blockable.
It sure does.
Wait, is the original Sally sells seashells? She sells seashells, is how I remember it.
That's how I remember it too.
And it's way harder too. The she and the C and the she shell cell. Anyway.
Harder.
So this person, what was that?
As you said, harder.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this person on Tumblr is like, why would she sell seashells by a seashore when you can just pick them off the ground for free? That's not how you run a business. And then someone responded, she's sold seashells by the seashore since shapely seashells, she's sold seashells by the seashore since shapely seashore seashells stay scarce. Since she sells superior shells, searchers spend centuries searching for, seldom selling simple shells, so she still sustains solid savings.
It's powerful all around.
I love it. I love when people like respond to things in the form of which they appear, you know? Like instead of just making a response, they like wrote their own tongue twister. Tails is losing her mind.
Tails responds with guilty emote. Alas.
Happy is just happy that there's dragons.
Woo, Durgans.
Durgans.
Who cares if the Durgans are nerfed by the axe that blocks their fire? Happy says care to repeat that.
So 'twas better Betty Butter bought a bit of better butter. It's just like it's just an easy one to say, but it seems impressive because it like sounds like gibberish.
It smells like gibberish too.
Oh yeah, but the butter isn't bitter. Tails says the zero. The fact you can get through that once is powerful. I mean, I'm just reading it.
There we go. Pete Gurley finally has expert archery to Tawni's grandmaster archery.
Now he can shoot doors off their handles. Hinges.
Watch out, he's about to shoot doors off their handles.
You just shoot a door and it explodes, but the handle stays.
Okay, there's some scrubs running around. I think I'm gonna have to beat them up.
Some scroobs?
Scroops.
Some scruffians.
Maybe I don't. Maybe I
there's the term.
Actually, maybe I'll leave them. They should go running back home when I start taking over there.
Aw.
Oh wait, I don't need experience.
You sent all your Pokemon away. You had like a team of just monsters.
You mean this squad?
Yes. What? Maybe? Maybe. Yeah. I love that it's like a team of mostly monsters.
You upgrade your archery.
Yeah. Go on. Or you want me to read it? You upgrade your archery and everything is the same, but your arrows just suddenly explode on contact. Michael Bay explosions, she says. How do you feel about that, Lyra?
Sounds accurate, to be honest. Pirate music. And she actually has really good sailing, unlike my original practice run. She had like basic.
Oh, yay.
In the original, she has expert here. Still a little ways to go.
Oh, okay.
Before it's truly amazing. Ooh. 1 second. Pretend you guys didn't see anything. Whatever you think you saw, you're wrong.
Of course. We didn't see anything, right, lads?
Just in case.
Roped himself a couple of sea turtles, lashed them together, and made a raft. Roped himself a couple of sea turtles.
Just for having the audacity to try and take my castle. Wow, this sure does look familiar. It's a good thing I definitely didn't lose a castle to tomfoolery.
Of course not. What gave you that idea?
Nothing, because it didn't happen.
Isn't it great that we have time travel powers as part of the game mechanics?
Yeah. Tail says, well, I was cleaning my glasses.
How bad would...
Sorry, I was legit blind.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wait, Larry, do you wear glasses? You don't wear glasses, right?
I do not. That was Tail saying that.
Okay.
I'm here.
When I clean my glasses and I put them back on, it is like a whole new world. Bless you.
Thanks.
Sometimes I just like clean my glasses for the first time in forever.
You're having fun.
And I just walk outside. It's like I can see clearly now the rain is gone.
Larry, you don't see anything. Me. Oh, how did you know? Also, I think Zero is having fun today. Oh, good. I can attract you.
Oh my god.
Tawni Balfour will crush this army like a bug.
Okay. Good to know.
Didn't need to turn you to stone. You were already dead. You're going to prison. Well, you guys sure do exist. You sure are separated into 4 separate stacks. Did it matter? Not whatsoever. You still didn't have a chance to move in the slightest, but you sure were in 4 separate stacks. Here's the real army. Let's still crush it like a bug.
Why does it say chaos?
That's the type of town it is. Also because we're here to kill chaos.
Chaos control!
I'm pretty sure nobody, at least in my friend group, references that, E3 from Square nearly as much as I do.
Which?
There's an E3 presentation from... Oh. Bonk. Square about a new game.
What, was it something you just said, or...?
Yeah, it was something, let's go kill chaos.
Oh, kill chaos?
Yeah.
Chaos from the Sonic game?
No, the Final Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
I don't need her to be alive.
I can't do an Obama voice. He goes, oh, you mean the Chaos Emeralds? That's my best Obama voice. Chaos says, I understand the reference about killing Chaos, but all I can think of is Chaos from the Sonic franchise. Of course, the Tails simp would only be able to think of Chaos from the Sonic franchise.
Bleh. Who died?
Bleh.
Uh, a lot of the bandit thief dudes, but not much else.
Hmm.
It's pretty nice overall.
Excellent.
Oh, and you're right here. I hope you're ready to perish in a war. Will you perish?
Fly here. I'll fly away, oh glory.
Block fire with your axe. How
Fly
could you?
away.
I'm betrayed.
I believe in you. You did it before.
What does this spell do? Oh wait, what's this spell do? Oh.
Sparks.
Okay, at least moderately.
I always named my Pikachu Sparky.
I used to.
Except when I had a girl Pikachu and then I named her Sparkle. But it was still similar.
Okay, but Sparkle.
Younger me was like, oh, a girl couldn't possibly be named Sparky. Hmm? Um.
Um. What's the mirror? No, not there. Not no.
Can we talk about how cool dragons are?
You can't.
So like most mythical creatures, right? Like it's usually a very specific kind of thing. Like if you say a griffin, it's a bird and a cat and you smash them together, right?
Yeah.
Like centaurs, human, horse, smash them together. Sometimes they're just like really big animals. But with dragons, there's like I think Sarcastic Productions did a thing on dragons that pointed out just how varied dragons across all cultures, across like different mediums, are just like vastly different from each other, but they're all dragons.
The most interesting thing is they're all dragons part, because that's kind of the thing that they exist across all cultures. Like griffins are from a specific culture, are from a specific culture, and centaurs are from a specific culture. Most mythological creatures originate from like one specific place, but dragons are for some reason everywhere, and that's why there's so many different ones.
Yeah, right? Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Someone was like looking at a T-Rex skeleton and making fun of how teeny tiny its arms are, right? And then they're like, "Wait a minute." And they like pointed to this ostrich skeleton and they're like, "Look how teeny tiny its arms are. T-Rex had wings. T-Rex are dragons." Like when they were like pointing at this, I think it was like a TikTok or something. While they were pointing it out, I'm like, yeah, because they like had feathers, right? And they're like, no, it's because they're dragons. I'm like, okay.
Okay. My least favorite thing about Heroes 4 has got to be so in all Heroes games, if you attack just like a random stack of enemies, like a random neutral stack of enemies out on the ground, they'll like spread. If you have a big army, they'll like spread out to try to like last longer.
Wait, what? Say that again?
Like,
if you attack a single stack, they'll like break into smaller stacks?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
During the battle.
No, not during
They'll just pop off
not during battle.
Okay, I'm like,
yeah,
I'm like, wait.
Like if you see a single stack on the overworld and attack it, if it's like just some neutral thing blocking resources or something, it'll like split off into more things if you have a really big army. Because it'll take longer for you to like take them down if they're all spread out. And basically every other game in this series, if it's like a controlled army, like owned by a player, even if that player is a computer, it if they have not specifically split it up beforehand, it will be how they set it up. But this game, even the player controlled armies will like split up across a bunch of slots if you like they're a neutral stack if you attack them and you have a big army.
So they're already more powerful, and now they're like making it harder for you to defeat.
No, like it
is what I'm hearing.
No.
No?
It's like it's the same. It's the same thing as the neutral stacks, except now the AI is getting that benefit for like the actual other player characters that we're supposed to be beating.
But it's still a benefit on them. Like it makes it harder on you, right?
Yes.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's an annoying thing. It doesn't actually make it. It doesn't actually give them a chance to win it all because it's just so like when you're it's supposed to be a mechanic where like you're fighting like just like a random stack that's like guarding a resource or something. And it makes so like even if you have a big army, it's supposed to make it at least a little bit challenging. But then they use it to just like make even the most mundane, unimportant fights in the middle of the street tedious.
Tail says it's almost like padding.
Kinda. What place do we need Durgan still? Not many.
What do you use to get Dorgans? Crystals, I assume? And gold, maybe?
Sulfur.
Sulfur?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because for the breath.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Black Dorgans.
The ones immune to magic.
If your Dorgans created Dorgans, they would be Dorgansons.
Did you...
What?
They fought me.
We're on the beach. Look at all that sand. Uh-oh, Tails is saying, BRB, don't die while I'm gone.
I only promised to try. It did block the fire again.
You
know what? Take this. That's what you get for blocking my fire blast. Well, I didn't have to...
You did it.
Is this a neutral army? Was my gate just attacked by a random neutral stack of enemies on the side of the road?
I don't know. It looks like it. They're so basic looking. Just a few. And now they're dead.
Why?
What were you hoping to accomplish? What is that spinny tower?
Oh, it's a tower that gives
Lyra.
you... What? Me?
There be treasure gold on that beach there. On that there beach.
That's probably not important.
Tis buried treasure.
Actually, it's not buried at all. Jurgens. Did I already buy it?
Is the bird. You did buy Dorgans not too long ago.
Me too. Oh, there are Jurgens here. Bleh.
That's one crazy looking cactus. What happened there? It's like sprouting all over the place.
I do that sometimes.
A monster cactus.
I cannot have people die because this is not a castle. Well, why are you taking... Oh, right, they have like 400 health. There we go. So why is it taking so long?
It takes a Dorgan to fight a Dorgan.
I was like, why did it take so long to beat? Oh, right.
Oh,
Pete
bulky.
Maximum level 2.
Happy's like, don't make fun of the poor cactus.
There's good news, there's bad news, and there's good news. The bad news is, wow, this is a lot more army than I thought. The good news is they have Hydras, which is not as good as Jurgens.
Yay.
Do I want to murder you? Oh, that was a lot easier than I thought. You just melted.
Oh, that's awesome. You just melted. They're just like, I'm not paid enough for this and lied down.
You fool.
Foolish fools who are foolishly fooling.
Foolish fool, fool, she does foolish things in the foolhardy way.
Yes. Yes. I am your worst nightmare.
Look at that. I killed 3 of my dragons. There were 6 dragons and 7 hydras. And my 6 dragons killed 3 of their hydras. And their 7 hydras killed 0 of my dragons. I'd like to make a note that they're supposed to be the same tier.
What, really?
Yeah.
Well, they must be the top of the bottom.
I remember that.
The very bottom. Oh, it's because they're killing each other. Did you see that? They were like biting each other. It's like they have several heads, but that just means each head has like less biting power than your one, and they're also like distracted.
I'm sure that's exactly how it works. How dare you?
Your dragon just
Bonk.
got on the tower and was like, yeah. Oh, they took one of your dragons down.
It's sad, but we took out
That's
everything.
sad.
We took out their whole town. So it's fine. There we go.
Massacre.
Love the 2 spells we have. There are 2 things in this town. Ah, that. We're going to Thieves' Gauntlet.
What is that? You get to fight in a gauntlet?
Where is that? There it is.
Rogues.
It increases the hero's attack and range. Attack by 3 and range attack by 2.
Nice. How many times can you go in?
Once per castle.
Also, why do you have a hydro pool?
Because they decided to build the inferior hydro pool.
You're just like, who built this? We don't need hydras, we have dragons.
We literally do not have room for these. There's something else that does something. Battle Academy? 1,000 experience, we don't need that.
Battle Academy sounds like such a shonen thing.
You look like such a shonen thing.
Gosh! Do I really?
Yes.
Hale says, okay, I'm back. Who's dead?
0.
A dragon. Have you seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
Yes.
Oh man, do you remember that one part where like I think it was like King Arthur and the knights are like fighting this massive creature, but it's like animated, and then they're like the creature was chasing them around the cave, and it's like suddenly the art animator had a heart attack and died. Hooray! And then they didn't have to fight it anymore because there was no more creature.
I do remember that. Also, can I just note that's always exhilarating when you say, hey, have you seen this? My answer can actually be yes.
Yeah, right?
If you know, it's generally for older things.
Hey, that just means you have good taste. You're well cultured, my lady.
It means I haven't watched stuff in like 5 years.
Oh man, yo, I've been like mass consuming media lately, and we just started watching the new Lion King movie, and my goodness, the amount of the old movie that I have lodged in my psyche, that I can like recall, like lines of dialogue, actual shots.
Beautiful.
Like, no wonder I had such hard time learning new things. My brain cells are still, like, holding on to old Lion King footage.
It all makes sense now. It's all coming.
It's like, yeah, right? Yeah, because, like, the conversation with Scar and Mufasa was happening, and the person I was watching it with was like, oh, well, that was a nice touch, like that line was nice, and I'm like, well, he says that in the original, and I just start quoting the whole scene. And she's like, what?
Yeah, man, that's like the worst part about Lion King remake, isn't it? All the good parts are already there.
Well, here's the problem, though. It's not even all the good parts are from the original, because many of the lines that they straight up poured over from the original are like said super, like it's delivered super poorly. It's like they were given a script book of all the original lines and were just like, read this. And it like the pacing is off. It doesn't feel like the characters are like saying the lines to each other. They're just like reading them off from the original movie, you know? So like even some of the good stuff aren't quite right. And then like I was watching the opening. The opening of Lion King is pretty much shot for shot the original, but now like animated in realistic CG animals. And I have to say, if there's a world where they didn't try to recreate the original Lion King and like went completely off book or like did something unique with it, I would still have really liked to see the opening shot of Lion King done like 1-to-1 like the original, because it was magical being able to see the shots from the cartoon, but like it looks like real life. But I noticed tiny things that they took out for some reason and didn't add anything back in. Taking them out didn't like add anything. And I don't know why they took them out, because it wasn't like unrealistic for animals to do it. You know how like a lot of it, they're like, oh, well, we want to make sure the animals act naturally or don't appear too cartoony, and that's why none of the characters like emote ever. But like I distinctly remember one part, because I always loved seeing this in the original, where the elephant comes out of the water with like these birds on its trunk, and it like its trunk is in the water, it comes out and it kind of like goes in its mouth a little, like it took a sip of water or something, and then like curls up under it, and it's just like this nice little like extra movement, this extra thing that makes it more alive. And they didn't do that in the new one. Like, why didn't they do that? Was it too difficult? Like, it's not unrealistic.
They don't like effort. It's Disney. Modern Disney, to be precise.
Though funny enough, I was not looking forward to this, because I felt like I would get embarrassed, like secondhand embarrassment from watching this scene, because I had heard so many critics like criticize it. But the be prepared scene, I've heard a lot of people was like, oh man, they took out Be Prepared, such a great song, and they just like inserted Scar doing slam poetry for like a few minutes. It's terrible. It's like boo, 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 boo on the new one. And I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be bad. And I watched it, and it's actually not bad. It's not a song I would listen to. It's not like a good song like Be Prepared is, that I would like sit down and listen to, but like it works for the scene. It doesn't sound stupid, except maybe one part, but like he's emoting, you know, like with his voice. The character's not emoting, but he's emoting strongly with his voice, and he actually sings. I thought when they were criticizing it, I thought he wasn't singing, but he actually sings certain lines. So it's like, I'm like, what? Oh, the song is like there, and there's like a little bit where the hyenas join in and they start chanting, and it actually like is really cool. So like I don't mind if they change things, but they either don't change enough, or they change it so slightly that it's like uncanny from the original. You know, like why didn't you just do the original?
Yeah, that's always seems like a problem with them. It's like they're always in like that perfect realm where they didn't like 1-to-1 recreate it. So it's like it's so similar that it's not different enough that you're getting a new experience, but it's not a similar enough that you're revisiting the nostalgia quite fully.
Yeah, like I feel like if it was literally 1-to-1 the original, it would have been a more enjoyable experience.
I mean, that's the original was a good movie.
Yeah, and the CGI animals look good, you know? Like, the CGI animals aren't the problem here. It's that they don't emote.
There is something to be said about trying to do realistic animals and whatnot. Like one of the viewers I did pointed out that in the original they're like bright and colorful and stand out in the background, but the realistic animals and a lot of the like especially prey animals are like nature has made them to like blend in, and in the movie they're doing such.
Oh yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, but like, and even predators to have to blend in if you're gonna sneak up on prey. So like everyone like just to blend in. But like, I feel like even if they wanted them to be realistic acting, you have to move the face. Like it's a character. You have to make it a character. They're already talking. You're already lip syncing them, you know? I feel like the animals in Babe emoted more. Babe is pretty old. Have you seen Babe?
I have seen parts of it.
Yeah, like I as a kid I wasn't sure how they were making the animals talk. But like, yeah, like even the animals in Babe, because they were actual animals with like, I think it was just like early CG technology for the mouths or something. Even they had more emotion. Tail says, teacher, time to learn new math formulas. Me and Zero, head too full of Lion King. Tail says, I saw people defending the fact that they don't emote with the lions don't look like cartoons. But, like, have you seen a cat? It's not one-to-one on human emotions, but they sure do emote. There's already a dissonance with the fact that they're talking, yeah. Like, a lot of my problems were also things that could have easily been done better if they like made it a better movie, like pacing issues and framing issues. There's a scene where you know the firefly scene where Timon and Pumbaa are like, oh, they're fireflies, they get stuck in the black thing, and then Simba like tells them about what he thinks the stars are, and they laugh at him. Like it kind of started pretty well, because like Timon and Pumbaa like genuinely look like they're laughing their heads off, and Simba like gets up, and just from his body posture he seems kind of dejected, even if his face isn't doing anything. But then he just like kind of sits there, continuing to not do anything, and then Timon and Pumbaa just continue to not even banter, but like repeat the joke. They're like, I think Pumbaa was like, I can't. Can you? You like, you can't. Like, I can't. I just can't. You can't. I can't. You can't. Like, that's not funny. They're just going back and forth, padding the scene out. Simba's not doing anything. He's just sitting there. I don't know what's with the pacing. Like, in the beginning of the movie, there's this sequence with this mouse that is genuinely really good. Like, there's some good camera movements. There's a lot of good animation on the mouse. It's engaging to watch, but it goes on for just a little too long. And at some point, you're just like, why are we spending this much time with this mouse? You know? It's like, it's fine if you want to make the movie longer, but like add scenes that like add stuff. Don't just make scenes longer for no reason.
Anyone sees a purple tent, go ahead and point it out to me.
A purple tent.
Purple, like the Pokemon.
Tail says, Lyra, I've seen parts of it. Me, I see. A movie night is in order.
We have a lot of movie nights that are in order.
There are a lot of good movies to watch. Tails, when are you gonna watch Twisted with me? The musical.
That's a pretty steep army to stick in front of a place to protect yourself when you don't have enough army to fight people.
Was that the purple tent?
What about a purple tent? Boost?
Was that like little splash of color at the top of the horseshoe cove? Like at the tip?
Nope.
No? Okay. Oh, it's a portal. Never mind. I just saw purple. I couldn't really tell what it was. Purple, not portal. Is that a purple tent?
Are you a purple tent?
I don't know anymore.
Where's the purple tent? Guys. Where's the playable tag?
I don't see it.
Playable tag. Because like almost the whole map.
This is like, okay. Where's Waldo?
Can't be down here, can it? Oh, right here. Easy to check.
Oh.
It's not down here.
I don't know why, but I had 2 Where's Waldo books as a kid, and they were both in Spanish. So it was just, ¿Dónde está Waldo?
Boy, ball. It's up here. Boy, ball. Wait.
Huh?
Purple.
There.
Good question. I'll tell you if I find out. This is what the tent is gonna look like, just purple. See me swirling my hand around it when it happens. And this is why I...
That's not purple, that's gold.
Pure gold.
Are those Hydra eggs?
Let's find out. You asked, so let's go. They are.
Ah. You can recruit Hydras.
Like,
why would we want Hydras if we've got...
Exactly. Durgans. Save this.
House is 0. How many sea shanties can you whistle? More than you can count, milady.
You said milady.
Shush. Apparently the SpongeBob song is taken from an actual sea shanty. I don't know the words, but it's like
Wait, you did... Is that something that needs to be specified? I thought that was like a well-known shanty.
Oh, I don't know the words to it, so I don't know. Is it well known? Am I the only one who doesn't know the words to that?
Well, not necessarily the words, but like the tune is also used in King's Quest.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I was gonna be like, oh, it's in King's Quest 3, but actually I think it's in 3, 5, and 6, so we'll be hearing it again.
Nice. One of my favorite shanties.
I do remember from although I do remember part of it is Yo Ho, Blow the Man Down. Yo ho, blow the man down.
Blow the man down. Oh, blow the man down. Man, curse this Discord lag, or else we could sing sea shanties together.
That specific one for that specific line, since that's all I know.
Funny thing is, apparently like sea shanties got like really big on TikTok, but which got me like really excited, right? Because like just casually scrolling on TikTok, I came across maybe a couple of different ones, So I'm like, oh, so this is like a thing, like TikTok shanties, like that's cool. So I went to search for shanties, and no, sea shanties didn't get big on TikTok. One singular shanty got big on TikTok,
Oh, yeah.
and it's the Wellerman. And like every single TikTok, when you search for like sea shanty, is the Wellerman. It's a good shanty, but I don't want to hear it 500 times. Lyra is pulling the, of course everyone knows about this on Zero. A swift revenge indeed, says Tails. That's cowards talk. You can sing it together anyway. It won't be in sync, but you can do it. Nick's in the background. It's true and that's fair. Hey yo ho, hold together. Hoist the colors high.
On the other side. Wait a minute. What am I doing? Why is there nothing in this town?
I assume shanties are like the kind of song that were sort of came about because he spent a ton of time out at sea without any means to entertain yourself, so you sing songs, and also like when you're working, you gotta keep in time with each other or whatnot. So they have like very similar sort of vibes as working songs. And I don't know what the genre for that is, but I'm a big fan of working songs.
I should probably pull up the stream and chat again.
When the weathermen come to bring the sugar and tea and rum.
I've heard that song before.
Soon when the tonguing is coming, send you leave and go. Is it from something before it was on TikTok a lot? I asked you because I feel like it might have been from something like a game like this. And when I say like this, I mean completely out of my game knowledge sphere. It's the purple tent! We found it, precious!
Well, I loaded go over here because the army blocking it is too strong for the hero I got.
Oh. Oh no! Lyra! You must go to the chat and vanquish the bot.
Oh yeah.
Carol says, oh, by the way, I've been meaning to ask. The places that give you skills, are they randomized each playthrough, or do they always teach you the same skill?
I believe it's a mix.
A mix, you say? A mixed drink? Made with rum?
Hey, Zero. How would you feel about having mod powers? So you can slaughter...
Ooh. Kill mods for you?
Yeah.
That would be awesome. It would be like being a first mate.
How do I do that anyways?
I have no idea.
Quick Zero, type something in chat.
You're welcome, Tails. Maybe I should read all comments
Zero, quick.
With a pirate voice.
Zero, quick. Type something in chat.
Something yar.
Something yar. 99 plus messages.
Oh. No.
Oh, there we go. It's right there. There you go. You have power now. How does it feel to have power?
Nice. Now I can ban people. Oh my goodness, this is awesome.
It's gonna be like that one.
Got the power.
It's gonna be like that one Anakin and Padme meme. Zero. Now I can ban people. Only bots. Only bots, right? Grin. Only bots, right?
Only. No. Tail says, "Oh no, oh no, oh no, no, no." Oh, this is a live stream, so now I must. Oh wait, I can't type anything. Oh no, I've become a mod, but that means I can't type. Wait, I think I can't click.
What?
Wait, what happened? What did I? It's okay, keep playing. I will try and figure out if this is a me issue. Okay, it's because the tutorial's still going. There's like a tutorial on how to use this. I'm not reading any of it, by the way, so I have no idea what my powers are.
Here's guidance on how to be a good mod. Zero, all I know is I get to smack people with a hammer with the word ban on it.
Tail says, does this mean I can't keep joking about how you're definitely a furry? Don't you mean how I'm definitely not a furry?
Oh no. No, don't do that.
Don't do that. Do what?
Oh. Okay. I guess we now have one less Durgan.
No.
Purple tint acquired.
The Durgans.
Bonk.
Wait, was that story that you just skipped?
No, it was just the. Ah, dang. Wait, no. It's easy. Easy. Simple. Easy. This time let's not be done and just let the very powerful enemy run when we don't have any experience to gain. Also, I like how Tails is like, oh, does this mean I can't keep joking about how you're furry as if she isn't on YouTube where you have no power?
Oh my goodness, you're right. I didn't think about that. Tails is just like, I'm immune from the law.
Oh, neat.
Neato.
That's where this teleportal goes.
We've connected the dots. It's like how I drive around my city. I'll have like one route that I'll go to one place and one route that I go to another place, and then occasionally I'll like take a turn where I don't usually go, and I'll realize that the routes like are connected. I'm like, oh my goodness. It's like they're in the same location, almost.
Oh no. Durgans.
That's a lot of Dorgans.
Not as many as I have, though.
Look at all those chickens. Could you, like, split your Dorgans into groups?
I sure can.
Would that be better? Because then you have like 2 that can move?
It would be better if they were the only thing I had, but since I have like a full army, it's better this way.
Oh, okay.
I think this is gonna be all for this campaign.
What, really? We're gonna kill a swift?
I'm gonna kill them swiftly.
You know, a swift is also a type of bird. So, it's similar to Captain Sparrow.
Just not as cool.
Why, thank you, Jack. Not you. We named him Monkey Jack. What are those oyster pearls that keep popping up for air?
Let's find out. Gives you a temporary boost in luck. I can exchange on the waters and beat up these things. Let them run.
Yes.
Do you think Captain's supposed to run and we could just let him run and win that way?
And win that way?
Well, the plot is here.
At last! Bloody Cove! And there, bouncing gracefully on the waves, was the assassin. I would recognize that beautiful ship at any distance. Drawing my sword, I pointed at the craft and shouted, "Let's teach those dogs a lesson, boys! Kill 'em all! But nobody better touch Swift. He's mine!"
And what do you think that the Heroes 4 does? Although he has 37 dragons. I only have 22.
Oh no, this army will handily defeat Tawni Balfour.
Let's try it anyways.
What did you say? Are we not in danger?
Now I saved.
Noise?
Perfect. I think we can take him.
Alright. Alright, me hearties.
Let it be known that,
Yar! Swashbuckle 'em, lads! Buckle them swashes! Are you saying the whole campaign is gonna be over soon?
no, just this.
Like no more pirates?
No, just this scenario.
Okay.
This is only like mission.
2.
Yeah, mission 2, like 5.
3?
Huh?
Yeah, okay.
I didn't know what I was talking about. Easy. It did that to spite me.
No.
Hold on. Ball. Let's try this again. This time with a potion of immortality.
A portion of immortality. They should rebrand it as a potion of almost immortality, or semi-immortality, or just it's not even immortality, really.
Tails is back. She had to make a meme. It was crucial.
I can't believe I'm being bullied. All I wanted was to come here and sing sea shanties. Ho, rick me rudder, stove me planks, and rust me anchor chain. Salute me pipes if you walk by, and you'll never walk again, ha-ha!
Dang it, I accidentally moved the dragons. So he accidentally positioned his dragons in a terrible place where they...
Wait, he positions... Oh, okay.
Where the dragon's actually perfect.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they were hitting his own guys.
Ah! Wonderful. You can't control dragons, not really.
Easy. Piece of cake. Game had no idea what I was talking about. Look,
Cake a pie.
We only lost
Why?
20 dragons.
That's a lot of dragons.
but it's close to half as many as he lost. So
Okay.
he did it.
That's fair.
Also, it's about to start voice acting in a moment.
Honor among thieves? Ha! Any thief who invokes such rubbish is a hypocrite. The instant they have the opportunity to stab their best friend in the back, you know they won't even hesitate. A pirate, on the other hand, lives by a different motto. The last one standing gets the gold.
I heard that, Zero.
I like gold. What?
I heard the.
What? What did you hear? What did I say?
I heard the voice of the game through your mic.
Oh my goodness, my headphones are so bad. They have like no noise canceling. What is it with my luck these days? I exclaimed. I watched helplessly as another one of my ships sunk before my eyes. I left Yanethra 2 weeks ago with a fleet of 7 ships to finally conquer the entire Gold Sea. To do so, I needed to conquer the Strait of the Lost. But there is the Strait of Lost Toys. It just reminded me of the Island of Lost Toys.
She needs to
but there's a reason.
She needed to conquer the Strait of the Lost, which is a problem because she's clearly a lesbian.
And she's clearly not straight and not lost. I don't know what we were expecting, but it certainly wasn't sea monsters. The first monster came up from behind us and tipped the ship, trailing at our rear. By the time the rest of us turned to face the new threat, the poor ship and its entire crew was sinking beneath the waves. After that, the battle was pure chaos. 8 Fingers Oba immediately grabbed a harpoon and took up a position at the bow of the feral vixen. I guided the ship around toward the sea monster and screamed orders at the crew. I had archers to both sides and to the stern spearmen supporting them in case the creature jumped up on deck, as they have been known to do. Sea monsters were unpredictable creatures, but usually they broke off an attack the moment there was any resistance. This day, it was different. A second ship cracked in half as the head of a monster thrashed up through its hull. This was turning into a disaster. Then, the Ravager, captained by Arnok the Hairless, engaged the thing. That's when I saw a dark head break the surface starboard of my own ship. 2! There are 2 of them! I shouted. I had never heard of them attacking in pairs before. Something was wrong here. But there wasn't much time to think about it. We took the battle to the beasts, and I have to hand it to my men, they fought well. Still, I lost 3 more ships in the process. Somehow, the Ravager managed to survive, although its hull took some heavy damage. Pete Gurley was still at my side. He had been my new first mate aboard the Vixen ever since I gave Arnok his own ship. We pulled 28 men out of the water. The rest are drowned or digesting in the stomachs of one of these sea monsters, Pete said. I nodded while I searched the horizon with my telescope. Something about the attack seemed too organized. 2 monsters fighting together, and to the death no less. It was just odd. Could somebody be controlling them? That's when I spotted a splash of gold in the water, followed by a glittering fin. Even though I had seen it for less than a second, I knew what I had seen. Mermaids, I said. That explains it. What about mermaids? Pete Gurley said. I'd wager they were the ones behind this welcome party. I handed Pete the spyglass. Months ago, I sent some of my men down here on foot to establish an outpost called Runport. It was to be my garrison here on the Strait of the Lost, but I hadn't heard from them since. That's why I brought 7 ships with me. I wanted to make a show of farce. Obviously, I underestimated the power of my mysterious enemy. That won't happen again. Whether the mermaids liked it or not, I came here to establish a port on the Strait of the Lost. No mermaid or pirate or sea monster was going to stop me.
Oh, yeah.
Aye, Captain. Tail says, can Tawny catch a break? First a dead dad, near mutiny, our ships exploding in fire, and now mermaids!
Berries!
It's funny, I was just about to say how they keep saying sea monsters, like crashing their heads through the ships and stuff, and I'm like, wouldn't it be funny if they were just mermaids? And then she was like, mermaids!
Well, to be fair, the mermaids were just controlling them. This is the sea monster.
Mm-hmm.
A lot smaller in person.
Oh, it's an anglerfish. Ew, it's so cute.
Ew, it's so cute. Also, it's dead.
It's repulsive.
Repulsive, I love it.
Ah, the way it flows over!
I forget the optimal tactic for... Oh, hello, mermaids. What are you guys doing today? I think the...
Mermaids off the port bow.
I think it was... I think it was Tawny go for the city, Pete go after mermaids, and the lone pirates with no captain. Ah, hello, please don't kill me. The lone pirates with no captain collect resources in the sea. Don't ask me why this is the one I remember the directions from the guide the best on.
Is it like the most difficult?
I don't think so. I said when I said don't ask, I meant because I literally don't know. Fight me! Don't block it. Thanks. Blocking is for scrubs. Huh.
Scrub pirate.
You pause at a vendor's tent to examine his wares, finding an old vase that is to your liking. You ask for the price and agree. You simply must have that vase. But as you hand over the coins, the merchant shakes his head and hands you his purse, penny pinching. You didn't even haggle. I was sold the It's at half the price. Here, you're going to need the. You're going to need this more than me.
Oh my goodness! What? That's hilarious. I love it. He just disrespect. Oh my goodness. It's like, you're worse than poor. You're simple. Here, lass. You're gonna need this. Consider it charity. They really did pity the fool. Some of these like little story like flavor texts are just hilarious. Just these little pockets of scenarios
within the scenario.
And it doesn't it doesn't seem like they're written necessarily for your character.
No.
You know, it's like they were supposed to be for anyone, but the fact that you're playing a pirate who would probably just kill the man if you like the vase so much and like take it, but you're like willing to pay for it.
She really liked that vase.
You just like the vase.
It was a really good vase.
And he slapped his face on every vase, on every vase.
That isn't right.
When Hera's fees and royalties are her cat cash to burn. What?
Vase doesn't rhyme. Demon fire.
Actually, I think it's so that they can rhyme it with the previous line and the current line. Like they were able to use both pronunciations, but I can't remember what the previous line was. Let me think.
Probably something cool about him. Take this and this.
On guard.
Off guard.
Rothgard.
Oh, splendid. A potion of immortality.
Those come in handy.
Yeah, especially when you die.
If you drink like 2 potions of immortality, can you die twice?
I think you only use one at a time.
Okay.
But you can also drink them in the middle of the battle.
Oh.
Yes, you could drink one before, and if you die, you can like drink another. However, if you drink them in the middle of the battle, you should.
Oh. Lion Guard. I have never seen Lion Guard. I don't even know what Simba's son's name is.
Simba has a son?
He apparently had a son before he had Kiara.
Odd. Perished in the war, no doubt.
Yeah, it's so strange. It's like, why is it that Simba's dad is all like, I will teach you how to be king, and one day the sun will set on my time here as its king and rise with you as the new ruler. And then in the second movie, Simba's like, Kiara, you're gonna have to be the queen someday. But then with his son, it's just like, okay, bye. Although this tower appears to be a new construction. Oh, you were gonna read.
You made it further than me.
It is abandoned. No one answers your call. When you approach the gate, you see a large padlock on the doors. Carved into the metal is a flaming skull, the symbol of Tawni Balfour. Only she has the key. Oh, the son is actually younger than Kiara? I thought he was born first. The men you sent here to build an outpost must have sensed danger from the sea, so they built this tower and locked it with one of the special padlocks you gave them before they left. You reach inside your blouse and will remove a key ring secured by a thong. It takes a few tries, but you find the right key and the gate swings open. Excellent.
What's in here? Oh, that's actually a pretty substantial army. Yeah, hydras are worse than black dragons, but when you have nothing, they're pretty good.
Nice.
They came out as more slanders to them than I meant it to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just like.
I mean, you did say they were the same class.
Yeah, they're worse than the black dragons, but they're still the 4th tier monster of the castle.
Is 4th tier the same tier as champions?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Not to be confused with heroes.
You're never gonna let me live that down.
Of course not. We're friends. How could I ever let you live something like that down?
Especially since I'll probably make the mistake again and again. Ew. I crept forward through the muggy wilderness with only Pete Gurley at my side. I knew Rampart was near, but I wanted to take a look before I approached with my forces. This was the perfect spot for a port stuck out here in the end of the peninsula. The sea shelf here was steep, allowing just about any size ship to weigh anchor. My men had chosen well. Too bad they hadn't built better defenses. They might have lived to receive their rewards. Even now, Rampart was barely more than a few shacks in the swamp. Who would kill for such a place? Not I, for sure. What's that bubbling mud?
Oh, bubbling mud.
Pete Gurley.
Oh, yeah, we're being guarded by Cyclopses. Oh.
Huh?
It's more blood.
Oh. I stopped when we found the bodies impaled on tall posts. Crows and other pests had feasted here for some time, leaving only gruesome skeletons staring back at me. I would have shrugged it off. Scare tactics like that don't bother me. But then I knew that they were my men when I saw my flag. It was torn and filthy, dangling from the skeletal neck of one of the bodies. These were the men I sent to establish the Rampart outpost. Well, said Pete Gurley nonchalantly, I guess this means someone else runs Rampart now. He's a cowboy now. Yeah. But not for long, I said through gritted teeth. Whoever did this was flaunting their victory, and that's what angered me most. I pointed at the corpses and yelled, "Cut them down!"
I'd just like to note that she not only was talking to Pete Gurley, who's not here, but also an army who's not here.
It's just her! She, the people in the fortress are like watching her talk to herself.
I have no idea why, but those minotaurs decided to walk away, give me a chance to shoot them.
In the back.
Funnily enough, I think they blocked.
I woke this morning.
Funny enough, despite me shooting at their back, I think they actually blocked the first hit, and therefore were facing me when the actual killing blow struck.
Ooh. I woke this morning to the sounds of hammers on wood. Everywhere I walked, there were people hard at work. And supervising the labourers was my first mate, Eight Fingers Oba.
Second mate.
You did a good job getting every... What?
Second mate.
Second mate! Me bad. Pete is just like, second. I'm the first. You hear? And I got all my fingers, too. You did a good job getting everyone to work, I said. That was not my hand, Captain. It was mostly the fear of Pete Gurley's whip. No one wants a taste of it, Oba said. Oba scratched his greying beard, quiet as always, but he seemed quieter than usual. Was he angry with me for promoting Pete over him? Lesser things have convinced loyal second mates to kill their captains. You seem concerned about something. Oba finally looked at me. I just feel we're wasting our resources and our time. There are things out there, Oba said somberly. He gazed at the sea. You can make Rampart the biggest city in the world, but it won't matter as long as those things are out there. You mean the mermaids? Yes, I ran into them once when I was a whaler. They may be more beautiful than any woman you have seen, but they are as vicious as a blood-hungry shark. I know. I was the only member of my crew to survive. I haven't forgotten about the mermaids, Oba, or the pirates who live in this region. I'll take care of them all when the opportunity arises. For now, they can wait. I want Rampart finished before they can do anything about it, I said. Badger was a good voice to choose for Oba because he's talking basically like Mr. Gibbs would. It's like terrible bad luck to have a woman on board.
Says, I know they need an actual whip, but I'm choosing to believe he means no one wants to do with Pete Gurley's attempt to whip him, Nene.
What?
There really is nothing here. You have the Orc Towers, the Tavern, and the Rogues Guild. That's an interesting thing to me. Oh. I should, but I will.
Over the river and to the woods, to grandmother's house we
At
go.
the side of the trail, man removes the shoe from his horse and tosses it away. To watch the horse bounce. The horseshoe bounces off a rock, lands on the trail, and then is kicked up by a fast-moving wagon. Finally, the uncanny horseshoe lands in your lap. It's such an incredible event, you decide to keep it.
Oh no! Tawni, that's exactly the kind of thought process that makes hoarders out of people.
I mean, she's a pirate.
Lyra, the amount of times a lucky horseshoe has bounced off a wagon and landed in my lap is zero, but if it happened, I would have kept that horseshoe forever, and that's kind of the thought process that goes through my head whenever I keep anything, really. You understand me, don't you, lass?
I know I bought these guys and put them in my army, but I don't want them. not yet, though.
But I don't want them.
Not yet, anyways. They can come back when it's army time.
Okay. Watch me whip. Hey, watch me nay.
Bonk!
Hey, watch me whip.
Tail says zero. Are you saying that you're a hoarder?
Yes.
Gunk, gunk. Can't believe he just got slaughtered in the face.
Oh no. My boys are thirsty. I should give them water.
I have a lot of... artifacts already. Oh, we keep the crocodile. Yeah.
And
let's not go that way because we lack magic. Therefore don't need it.
Do you believe in magic? And I hope you do.
No.
Oh. Shipwreck survivor.
Yeah,
oh, are the sharks not like a thing? No. You just sailed right over them.
They're just having fun.
Oh, okay. Long ago on a mountaintop, a mighty... oh, sorry, that's not the words. Long ago, I made the young sailor Dridden my accountant and scribe, because he wasn't much of a pirate. He was also deathly afraid of me, which would keep him honest. Today, Dridden came to me with a sour expression. What is it? I asked. I've done the figures thrice, my captain. They're accurate. What figures? Spit it out, man. Well, we don't have enough resources to keep up our present rate of construction, Captain. Especially gold. We need wood, ore, everything. Then send a letter to Yanathra requesting more, I told him. Yes, Triton said. We could do that, but you gave orders that construction is not to stop for any reason. We will run out of gold long before anything reaches us from Yanathra. I grabbed a handful of Dridden's shirt, and I was about to smash in his nose when I realized it wasn't his fault. I released the scribe, straightened out his shirt, and said, "You'll have your gold." Dridden wanted to ask how, but he decided not to press his luck. Minutes later, I found Pete Gurley whipping one of the men for some transgression. "What did he do?" I asked. "Lazy," Pete said. I didn't press the issue. Part of his job as first mate was to keep the men in line. Then I said, send a messenger to Arnok. Tell him to search for hidden treasure. We need gold, and we need it bad. If there are pirates in the area, they're bound to have buried some of their booty here as well. Pete hesitated. There was an unwritten law among pirates that if the gold was below dirt, it was off limits. Stupid rule. But many pirates, including my father, would rather go hungry than break it. I'd rather have the gold. Do it, I said. Aye, Captain.
I feel like how yes gets translated to I just automatically when Zero's reading.
They don't use enough pirate lingo, honestly. Where's the me hearties and sea dogs? It's so easy to just change all the yeses to I's.
I noticed you just do it automatically without thinking about it.
Thank you, Tails. Tails says, I only believe in the might in Heroes of Might and Magic.
Exactly, Tails gets us.
What about the Heroes of Right and Tragic?
Oh, what? This town is such a mess, I didn't even notice that it was a town at first.
Oh no, that's so sad.
Well, we have another town.
Well, thank you. What?
I said, well, we have another town.
That's not a town.
Oh no, there's an underground to the stage.
Oh.
It's twice as much to worry about.
I remember the first time I walked in on you underground in the previous game, and I thought you were like in a desert or something.
I remember that too. I think we just want the running home. Since we have them now.
What? Home?
Yeah. There's nothing here.
What does that mean? Is
To
it that
child.
city not city that you just took over?
It looks more like a city now. Look at that. Nice.
Oh, okay. Does the outside change? Oh, it's got walls now.
Yeah.
Is this the same city that you just took over a while ago that had nothing but like sticks?
Yeah.
That's cool. It's cool that the outside of it changes as you build it up.
I think it mainly changes when you build like the fort up. Like when you build the fort, upgrade it to a citadel and a castle. Changes for that. But...
Oh, okay.
It's a scouting one. The glow up tail says.
Was that potato?
What?
The portrait looked kind of like potato. Ooh, more sand. I like how the evil horse that you have to fight looks like your horse, but smaller. Ooh, I was born in a storm one winter's morn when I was fat and tiny, with the wind for me par and a sea for a maw way out upon the briny. I let goldfish sing with a ding-a-ling and a crabs dance with the sharks. Hey ho again for the rolling main. I'm happy as a lark.
This thing gives us showers magic.
I like how, like, because of my lag, you're just like walks up to a trough. It says you gain movement, and you're just like, what does this do?
The lag improves the experience.
I have to remind myself not to say it's a trough. You've been using them. Oh wait, she's probably not talking about those.
Especially since while you're lagged, it's not for everyone else. Well,
yeah.
Well, it is, but your voice will like pop up where it is for me.
Yeah. Oh man, I bought myself a bug zapper to keep in my room because I've been having like tiny little bugs flying around my face all the time and they drive me mad. There's always one no matter how many I kill. But I haven't plugged it in yet because I'm also afraid of it being a fire hazard. I'm wondering if I should hang it.
Be hanged for its crimes.
Die. Man, I love the ending of Pirates. It's like Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl is just such a good movie. Even the ending, like, I look forward to it. A lot of the times with really good movies, I kind of don't look forward to the ending because I know it's the last scene and it's like the movie's gonna be over. Like, But with pirates, I like the final scene comes out. We stop doing the swashbuckling pirate stuff, and we're like in Port Royal, and it like back into the boring civilization part. But I'm like excited because I know what's gonna come, and like it's such a good scene. But I was watching it the other day, and like when Will tries to like save Jack, he's like fighting with the hangman. I'm like, why is the hangman fighting back? He is not paid enough for this. Like, having like learned more about that profession, I'm like, nah, man, that's the most unrealistic thing in this movie. Also, as a kid, I didn't realize Elizabeth was just pretending to faint at the end there. I thought she like actually fainted and just like came back on time for like movie magic or whatever. Tail says retail voice. I'm not paid enough to care.
It's just me at McDonald's.
Right. I've occasionally considered working in fast food, and I would like choose the venue based on which fast food I would want to eat. I'm like, I could see myself doing Domino's.
Why do you want to
like
work in fast
Domino's
food?
pizza every day sounds good.
Why do you want to work in
What?
fast food? Why do you want to work in fast food? We asked Zero. Zero says to get the free meals. Oh, sweet.
Though I gotta say, Lyra, if they kept giving me early breaks like they give you, and I have to eat McDonald's breakfast items, I would probably quit. I can't.
On the bright side, could you guys not do that, please? Guys?
Please! Guys!
Thank you. Their block rate has to be like ridiculously high.
I mean, it's their specialty. Whoa, did you just walk into Mordor or something? What is this place?
Yeah. We're going to...
I thought we were going to fight sea monsters.
We're getting rid of the ring. See?
Sorry. Cast it into the fires of Mount Doom.
Ignore the fact that this, hold on. No, this one's what I want this built in. Ignore the fact that the character with the ring is not the character in not Mordor.
Is there actually a ring?
Yeah, I actually had a ring. It's complete. It's an artifact that's completely unrelated, but I do have a ring.
Oh man, is it a power? Is it a ring of power? Does it grant power?
It's a ring of poison. It lets me poison people.
Poison power. The power of poison.
Ah, excellent. You guys are home. I just need,
Home sweet home.
more rocks.
Tails brings up a good point. Says being able to poison others is a form of power.
guys weren't here before. And you're not here anymore. Man, bandits are like terrible.
They suck. They just like melt. You touch them. They crumble to dust.
They really do.
Poke. Here's a weird thing about me, though. I whistle better backwards, like sucking in air rather than blowing it out.
I think I'm the same. It's like
yeah?
The same person.
I just have better control, right?
Yeah.
Gats. The good stuff.
In response to us saying that the bandits all melt, Tails says, what a coincidence. That's what all the enemies will be doing tomorrow on the Final Fantasy 12 stream.
Melting.
Yeah. Wait, I already got that.
The game's like, we got mods, and Tails is like, we got a Nyx.
Oh, neat. I want this. I think I'm super ready,
Okay.
Tails.
So on the what was that?
Tails says we're not ready.
Super ready.
Yeah, and I said I'm super ready, because I am.
She says, you guys are not ready, I'm not ready, and I know what level Nyx made it to.
They made it to level busted in a half. I think I already got this one, right? Yeah.
I don't know. Is this the underground?
No. Don't need any of that. You are dead.
Oh no. Tails says IDK if even Nyx is ready for what they've done.
I'm most curious to see if they pass me in level. That's what I really want to know.
Are you guys in the same
Oh no, I'm
spot?
not even close. I'm way ahead of Nyx. That's why I'm so curious to see if they pass me.
Oh. Oh no. That would be
Oh no. Did they petrify 3? What do you mean? There was only like 2 dudes there. What do you mean they petrified 3?
You had 5 Gorgons. Can Gorgons petrify Gorgons?
Yeah. Yeah, there was only like 5 of them. They somehow petrified 3 with one attack.
Huh.
Disgusting.
Tail says, I want you both to know, I have had to hold them back. They want to level more.
Powerful.
Are they scared?
Well, they just are having fun.
Is the game just that fun?
Yes.
I have to assume a game is doing something right if you can have so much fun with leveling. But it could also be just Nyx's play style, because they spend all their time grinding for shinies. So maybe they're just the kind to like grind for stuff, you know? Like, don't give them Candy Crush. They would never emerge from the depths. Also, Lyra.
Me?
Have you picked up any balloon Pikachus in Go yet?
I have not. I'm actually always very unlucky.
I got my first one today.
I'm actually always very unlucky with Pikachu in Pokemon Go.
Aw, that sucks.
It does.
Well, if I see another one, I'll pick one up for you.
Hey.
I'm pretty sure you can trade and go, right?
Yeah. Smoke those mages.
The sad thing is... the sad thing is when you're, like, in the catch screen for them, they do this, like, cute little wiggle while they're floating around. But then when you, like, look at them in your decks and you tap them, they do, like, a different attack animation. And it's just like, no, do the wiggle.
I came here for the wiggles. How dare you?
Yeah. Mushrooms!
Mushrooms.
It's a mushroom time! Wahoo! A yippee! They're really cute mushrooms.
No, you.
What is it about mushrooms that's just really, really cute? Oh, shucks.
What do I need for
Not
the
as cute as
dragons?
you.
He.
What do you need for dragons?
Yeah, what do I need for dragons?
Durganson.
That. I needed that. We have dragons now. Look out. We're gonna murder everyone.
Yes. Can you feed them the hydras?
No. There's green stuff over here.
I'm just like, immediately when we get dragons, just the Woody meme, the Andy meme with Woody. It's like, I don't want to play with you anymore. Dungeons. That's right. Dungeons and Durgans. Dungans and Durgans. Dungans and Durgans.
This capture type in Heroes 3 is actually called the dungeon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you get Durgans from the dungeon.
Troll in the dungeon.
Thought you had to know.
Hehehe. Oh, I love the troglodytes. They're so cute.
Sir, why do we always get creatures eating creatures with you? With the dragons eating the hydras.
It's the circle of life. Can we talk about how another thing about the new Lion King movie, and I feel like it's something they do a lot with like newer Disney movies, is they try to be all like woke and stuff, so they like change up lines so that it's like, oh, but like it's better than before because we're like mentioning the thing that people talked about. So like I don't know like maybe they thought Mufasa wasn't a good enough dad or something, or like not teaching Simba enough in the original, but like instead of just saying like everything the light touches will one day be yours, thus like giving Simba the, idea that he's gonna be this mighty king someday. Which is, fine, because in the next scene, he, like, explains the circle of life a little bit, and it is, like, interrupted by Zazu, And so, like, it's like he doesn't really, like, establish the responsibilities of being king, but he also didn't expect to die, like, the next day, so, like, he presumably had more time to teach his son about being king. But in the new one, he's like, everything the light touches is our kingdom. But being a king isn't like about like doing what you want. No, it's like protecting those under you, and like you gotta like understand that it's all about giving and not taking. And like he keeps saying these things, and then later Simba still acts like Simba from the original movie was like, I'm gonna rule it all. I'm gonna be a king, do whatever I want. It's like, who gave you the idea that being king means you can do whatever you want? Like, your dad clearly is saying all these stuff. It's like, why?
It's fine, dear. It's fine.
It wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary.
Don't worry, lots of people get depression when they talk about Lion King remake.
I have to tell you, it's taken us 3 days to watch this movie, and we haven't finished it yet because we just keep pausing and talking about it.
You got every 5 minutes
Tail
or
says...
so, you gotta pause to make the Gilfy emote.
You joke, but actually... Tail says, is that you blaming the Lion King girl boss hyena? I'm not sure how the two comments relate. The girl boss hyena was okay. That's a fine change. I like that. I feel like it was a good move to make the hyenas more threatening, because hyenas actually are good hunters. They're not just like the dumb scavengers you see in the first movie. They can really hurt you. Like, there are some changes that are good. It's just the majority of it isn't, and then like it's just not a good movie.
There are some good changes. It's just held back by the fact that overall it's a terrible movie.
Yeah, right. Oh. It would have been a good movie if it was a good movie.
What's blue?
It would have been good if it didn't suck.
Not living, that's for sure.
Hale said, in retrospect, it's a shame you didn't have a carnivorous character in the RP, because you could have done a lot of good dark humor with the whole eating ferals thing. Yeah, you got the character that ate people.
How much is this? Oh, that's gonna do a lot. Goodbye. Alright. Vastly harder than I anticipated, however, fairly easy overall still.
That staff is like pure lime green, and I thought it was like the Pokemon leak item.
They seem to have quite a bit of cool stuff on them.
Nice. Big girly got it all.
Why does the mace do...
This clown.
Yeah, I don't think it tastes.
The mace gives you haste?
No, the haste... the the mace gives you extra range damage. And I'm like, how? Are you shooting that out of your bow? I saw blue. However, I saw blue.
You're like swinging it.
Dang it.
Uh.
I saw blue come from over here, and I come over here, and it's a one-way portal. I'm like, dang it.
No. The haste mace.
Oh, look. Also, apparently you get experience from being stealthy. I did not know this. Bonk, bonk.
Huh.
Also, we own another town now. It's another one of those, like, shacks in the woods. Where are the, like, actual people?
What?
There are actual, like, other players on this map, but I haven't seen them yet.
Are they all out at sea?
That's a potential.
The giant Mordor scar in the middle of the map looks like a firebird. It's really cool.
What do I need for this? Do I have... I don't have anything.
Tails says, Lyra murdering and occupying forest with arrows to their face. XP for strength, can you imagine? Argus!
I'm feeling called out. Alright, it just autosaved. Let's see if we can beat this.
Okay. Two dragons against you by yourself.
I don't think I'm most worried about either.
No? Where did you get all these spells from? Oh, these are combat?
Yeah.
Is that George Washington? Oh, never mind. It's...
I have no idea why you ran, but thank you for giving me a chance. I once again have no idea why you ran, but thanks for giving me a chance.
Tail says she got the spells from eating beetles. Where else?
Alright, so here's the real talk. I beat that. I shouldn't have though.
It's because they like ran away twice for no reason. Oh hey, it's one of the other players that you were talking about.
Yeah. Some sulfur. There's some sulfur. Oh, there's a lot of sulfur. Take this.
Wait, how come you got to the trough but you didn't get extra movement?
Because I'd already used it once. This turn.
Oh. Wah.
Oh yes, run away.
Look at his skirt! Look at his skirt! That's excellent.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, it's just hiding. Oh, that's a big crowd. Ow, they're throwing axes. Can I ask you a question?
That was close. Hydra's
Do you have
almost
anything to
weak.
heal? Oh wow, you won. I thought you were done for. Oh, that's a big city.
As an artificial wall.
Why are you just by yourself? Oh. That is not a lot of creatures defending. When I see a city that big, I'm like thinking like masses, and this is like a handful of chumps.
Dang it. I'm gonna reload that. Because one of the reasons
But you won.
Yeah, one of the reasons I'm not too terribly worried is I have oops.
Have you whoops?
Does this work on you? Yes. Bonk. There we go. She has the potion of immortality on her. Oh, this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you could just die and come back.
Yeah, but it was an easy fight, so I didn't want to use that. And I ended up using it because she was so low on health, so I wanted to retry to kind of...
But you have two, right? Or did you use one already?
Do I have to? Well, either way, it's better to have... I only had one.
Oh, okay.
The other one was a potion of luck. They look very similar.
I just remember earlier you said you had two, and I was like, can you use both of them?
Did I say I had two? Was that in this scenario or the last one?
I don't know. I don't remember now. Ignore me!
Having this stun city to just earn resources for us is really nice. You're dead.
Can make
You're
the
dead.
sunrise. Also, Tails, I don't know what Zoidberg noises are.
Same. What's Zoidberg?
It sounds like... What does Zoidberg make you think of? For some reason, it makes me think of Simpsons.
Huh. They're still blue. What's the goal for this map? Find treasure, right?
Well, yeah, get gold. For some reason, the stuff with Ova confused me. I thought we had to like kill sea monsters and pirates.
We actually have to do both.
Oh.
We have to find a specific buried treasure. Oh wait, no. What it is after you get the treasure that you want, they're like, all right, we need to deal with these mermaids. And it tasks you with going out and slaughtering all of them.
I would imagine since you're digging up pirate treasure that the pirates would come after you.
I think that's who we're stabbing right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So Tails showed me what Zoidberg sounds like. He's from Futurama, it seems, and it's actually the sound that I make sometimes, where it's just like whoop, 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 but I didn't know where it was from. I think I just had friends who would go whoop, 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 whoop.
I make that sound too sometimes.
Hey.
2 Durgan caves. We don't really need that much army though. Thinking about what this map really is.
I'm considering you took over like that giant city with just your one last.
Yeah. I honestly don't think that this map is kind of like one I'm not sure you really need much of any army if you play it right. Probably in harder difficulties. Because I'm playing on the easiest difficulty.
Uh-huh.
Well, we've already mostly taken out. The hard. I just remember what's up.
Oh.
I just remember what can be hard about this.
Fear? Lyra's just like, the rest of this should be a cakewalk. And I'm just like, sits back and relaxes. Lyra, but wait! Me falls out of my chair.
I just remembered that what's hard about this is Blue is out in the ocean. I just remembered what's hard about this. Okay. I just remember where the difficulty of this comes from.
Do you want to share with the class, or is that like...
I just told you, there's like Blue out on the island, and he's like making up all this army while he's like isolated.
Blue?
Yeah, Blue.
Oh, like one of the other players.
Yeah.
On the map.
Indeed. Also, it's been almost 4 hours.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Where does the time go?
I know, right?
It's so hard to keep track of how long we've been going, because it's like, see, Lyra, this is why I can't watch anime, because at least with a movie, if I put it on and I lose track of time and I don't stop, it'll end in like 3 hours tops. But an anime series will go on, and if I don't stop myself, it'll just keep going.
You just gotta stop yourself, like with our Poke-Annie sessions. Just have a set amount to watch.
Tail says, time flies by when two awesome people are streaming together. Hey.
Tails raises a fair point. You are very awesome.
But you're even more awesome. Ha! I got you.
No, you.
No. What? I can't believe it. But thanks for streaming, Lyra.
Yeah, thanks for joining me, Zero. And
of course, it's so much fun.
Yeah, it's super fun. And thanks everyone in the chat for coming to watch. Hope
yeah, thanks chat. A magic blast.
A magic blast that was full of might.
Yeah! Excellent.
Also, well not also, but with that, join me and Zero next week to see how well I do countering Blue and not dying. Especially since I forgot that they were there. Cause like the main
impossible.
Because like the main thing with Heroes games is like the earlier that you strike, the easier the game is. So the longer you take, the harder it gets. And I casually just forgot about them for like Lord knows how long.
Oh, Lyra, it's your age-old enemy, Blue. You're going to the Elite Four and challenge Blue.
Well, as long as
at the top of.
As long as he still has Flareon, we're good.
We shall see.
We shall see next week, Friday.
Hopefully you'll have the armies.
Yeah. And join me tomorrow when me and Tails stream. What's that game called? Yeah, Pokemon. Pokemon. We're gonna be starting to stream a Pokemon Crystal Nuzlocke tomorrow. It's gonna be super fun. Ultra fun even.
Ultra. ultra special, super chocolatey covered, awesome fun. I don't know why I can't say the word chocolatey.
Because your moves are weak, Zero.
Mm.
And then finally join me next Thursday for more Metroid Samus Returns.
Oh boy. Space Pirates.
Space Pirates, we're over halfway done.
I love soup.
Soup is my favorite. It's super. Tails says tomorrow's stream will be as cool as Crystal.
Crystal clear.
Crystal, more like crystal cool.
A crystal Kool-Aid. Oh yeah.
But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you all had a fantastic time. And I'll see you all later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Whoop.